We are still preparing to live stream, but as always, we're probably already live streaming. It's kind of frustrating that Zoom doesn't give us a firm beginning. Your mom likes a firm beginning, as they say. Dee, can you
Yo,
please tell people who is allowed to be here? Go for it.
what's going on, everybody? This show is for educational and entertainment purposes only. You have to be 21 in order to be here. If not, you have to get out. Back to you.
For some reason, my computer was lagging. Every time I was pressing the pause button on the YouTube, it was like, oh, unpausing and then pausing and unpausing. Stupid bullshit. I had to like wait for a second and then hit it again. Anyway, welcome, folks. Thanks very much for joining us. You are welcome to hop on to the panel. I'll tell you the rules here in just a second. You're welcome to say hello in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Gosh, my computer is really oddly slow. What is going on here? I am puzzled, puzzled, puzzled. All right, here we go. I think maybe it's coming back to normal. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. So far, nobody in the chat, so we'll see if we get anybody. I noticed that Grandmaster Level has one of his infomercials going. Those are always weirdly popular. I don't know. America really loves infomercials. It's always been the funniest thing for me. Um, those Billy Mays Hayes. But wait, there's more. All those commercials, those strangely enough got like millions of views every day. I don't know what it was, if it was stoners or what, but oddly enough, those guys were like actual honest to God celebrities because people would fucking watch their infomercials like religiously. I'm so puzzled by it because like I've never found I don't know, I've never found myself interested like, oh, I'm gonna sit down and watch an infomercial or some shit, like, and anytime I watch something and I realize that it's an infomercial, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, I don't know, whatever, I don't know, whatever makes you happy, I guess. But I guess what am I trying to say? Always a struggle to get the show running when folks are off trying to buy lights or whatever it is that they're doing over there. Or no, I think they're criticizing Migro's lights or something. Uh, I did actually watch that video. So what was it? Migro was apparently lying about his panels or something, and then he released a response to it. I guess I didn't actually watch the response. I watched like the first 30 seconds, and he always, I don't know, maybe he didn't do it that way, but he always just like he's got the boomer maneuver where he basically like films right up his nose. I don't know, it's such an odd guy. But anyway, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for joining us. So we got Couch Flyer and J5 hanging in the house. J5 is saying hi, or Couch Flyer, of course, says hi. That's why J5 says higher, because J5 he's gotta just outdo everybody, right? He's one of those guys. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to hop on the panel, though. Ladies and gentlemen, I said that twice, I realize, but you're welcome to hop on the panel. Just don't be a dick, don't show your dick, don't be a lunatic, don't be an asshole or show your asshole, don't be a douchebag or show your douchebag. The gist of it, ladies and gentlemen, is that you just have to be half civilized, very much. You can totally come on here to disagree or agree or whatever. I don't even know. Not even have opinion. If you really don't have an opinion, I guess you don't have to have an opinion. That's not required to come on here or something. But if you have a contrary opinion or even a contrarian opinion, you're welcome to hop on here. I just ask that you're civilized about it. Don't come on here to fight. Don't come on here to argue. Don't come on here to be a jerk off. That's basically the bottom line. There's plenty of bad blood in the internet. Plenty of fucking assholes fighting with each other. This is just not that place. Ladies and gentlemen, so I insist upon it, honestly. But if you're interested in disagreeing, if you disagree with something I say, if you disagree with something I do, if you disagree with the way I do things, whatever the case may be, or also with the panel, et cetera, if someone says something that you think is not necessarily wrong, we don't have to say it that way, but you know what I mean. If you want to respond to it, you're more than welcome to respond to it. Ladies and gentlemen, D, does everyone have to kiss your ass? I'm always wondering about that. Like you're always saying, kneel down and kiss my ass. Like what, is everyone supposed to kiss your ass now? I'm honestly just curious about that background. But you don't have to kiss my ass, ladies and gentlemen. You can hop on here. You don't have to kiss my ass. You can be a normal person. You don't have to be a kiss ass. Did you guys see that last press conference with the president where everyone's like, "My God, Mr. President, you are literally the best thing that's ever happened to the history of the world. I pray to you every morning. I look at your picture every morning and blah blah blah." D Zombie says, "Kiss my ring." Oh, they're kissing his ring. Holy fucking shit on the balls. Oh my God, there was a hilarious rumor that he was dead this weekend. He isn't dead. I'm sorry to break it to you, but the people online were so funny about that. But anyway,
Wait, who?
what's that?
Who is supposed to be dead?
Oh, the Orange Menace. The
Oh,
the the
really?
fucking, yeah,
Damn.
fucking what was the funny one that I heard the other one the other day? Diabetes Vader. No, that wasn't it. It was oh, for fuck's sake, I can't remember. Anyway, so there's a bunch of pretty serious health rumors about him, honestly, stuff that most people would not take
Hmm.
lightly, candidly. And he famously is not really in the world's best health, honestly. He doesn't believe in exercise. He obviously eats McDonald's like every fucking meal, blah, blah, blah. He drinks like, I don't even
Belly
remember, a
button.
shocking amount of Diet Coke every day, which
Hmm.
people pointed out is a ludicrous amount of caffeine and all this different stuff. Anyway, because yeah, he literally drinks like 10 Diet Cokes a day or something. I can't remember. It wasn't just the caffeine, it was something else that's in it too that's really bad for you when you drink 10 of them a fucking day. Because that's like over a gallon of Diet Coke every day. It's ridiculous, right? Like that's probably his
Crazy.
primary source of hydration, honestly. Anyway, so he's got the freaking swollen cankles and stuff. He's got a number of issues. He's got the bruising on his hands. So this is a sign, honestly, of significant issues, basically towards the end of life. And he was weirdly not on camera, not on whatever the fuck his shitter titter or whatever the fuck he calls it, his fucking Freedom Social or whatever the shit. He wasn't on there this weekend. So anyway, there was a rumor going around that he was freaking dead, and people were buying champagne and all this kind of stuff, posting pictures. They wouldn't even say who it was. That was the funny thing. Everyone knows who you're talking about, right? At least I guess on
Hmm.
Reddit, everyone knew who we were talking about. They would just post a picture of champagne saying, "Waiting to pop that cork," and everybody would know who the fuck it was. So funny. Anyway, whatever. But what am I trying? How did I get on that subject? I was trying to actually link it up to something. Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. I lost my train of thought. So, folks, you are welcome to hop on here. We'd love to hear from you. This is supposed to be a panel show, ladies and gentlemen. It's supposed to be an open, conversational, like a cannabis cafe. Basically, you guys are welcome to hop on here, puff with us. Obviously, puff marshmallows, of course, because we're trying not to get reported. We do make an effort to not show it. I'm sort of estimating that basically if we do kind of slip up and we get a strike on this channel, that will just be confirmation to me that that fucking old shitbag is still obsessed. I'm sure he is obsessed. He's probably just taking a break basically. But I'm hoping, honestly, that maybe he's gotten over it and fucking got embarrassed and left and vanished off to his fucking nether dungeons. That would be ideal, honestly, if he could just fuck off and leave me the fuck alone. That would be spectacular. I wouldn't talk about him. He wouldn't have to talk about me. It would be spectacular. It'd be great. But for the moment, I have to assume that if I slip up in the tiniest degree, he'll fucking report me because he's that kind of guy. He's grassed on Dragonfly Earth Medicine. He's grassed on a bunch of other people. He said it on my show. Like he said it openly. He was proud of it. He was grinning. So I'm sure he would happily grass on me. So I have to be very, very, very careful. With that said, though, folks, as long as you basically don't go overboard, don't talk about, for example, where you buy cucumber seeds, where you buy zucchini seeds. If you want to talk about it, you can say it in the
Zucchini.
panel chat or something. You can, or you could even say it in the chat. Basically, you can type it in the chat, but you can't say it on the stream because, ironically, all of those other things cannot be reported. You can say whatever the fuck you want in the chat. Ironically, that can't be reported because he has no power over that. But they could fucking grass on me basically by pretending that I'm doing illegal things when you say specific things. That's about as specific as I can be because otherwise I could get reported even for talking about what it is. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's madness that I have to function this way. But as long as you're careful about it, most of you guys don't really talk about where you're buying cucumber seeds and stuff. Don't be super, super duper specific about the breeders, maybe. Actually, that's probably fine, to be perfectly honest. You can probably bring up breeders and stuff. But don't be specific about where you got the products, basically. That's, I guess, where what we would say. But you're welcome to hop on here, ladies and gentlemen. I think honestly we can probably try to do the garden tours again. I don't know if Smash will hop on tonight or something, but maybe we can do the garden tours again. I'm hoping that that is actually okay. As long as, again, we're not very specific about anybody's intentions to buy or sell or any of that kind of stuff, right? Because obviously these things are all just free medical products and so forth, right? Personal use medical products. So, and by that, of course, I'm talking about marshmallows and, smoked meats and all that kind of stuff. So, yes, it's just beyond comprehension that I have to deal with this fucking old man for I don't know how many years. Mind you, I don't even really know what his fucking real deal is, but it is what it is. You know, it's one of those fucking things. It's like a force of nature. It's like being in a hurricane zone or something. Just comes and fucking wallops you every year. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, would love to hear from you though. I'm going to post the link here in a second. We would love to. Dr. Leave Me Alone says, "Get over it already." Dr. Leave Me Alone, you can go. You can kindly fuck off if you really mean that. You're welcome to fuck off. I don't need you. I genuinely don't need you. That was going to be one of my comments on this show. I usually basically beg you guys to hop on here, but I've realized honestly that I need to set better boundaries. I've essentially just set poor boundaries over the last few years, and I've allowed this to become some kind of a community center basically. I seem to be the only person with an actual microphone and headphones and stuff, even though all of us have been on Zoom for fucking years now. So everybody sounds like crap when they come on here. Half the time we can't understand what the fuck you idiots are saying, on and on and on and on. So if you feel that you're the star of the show or something, kindly fuck off. This has been a real issue for me. If you don't realize that it's a real issue because it doesn't affect your life, that's fine. Just don't have an opinion on it. That would be great. If you don't like my show and you don't like me talking about this stuff, go ahead and watch Grandmaster Level's lighting program. He'll be happy to sell you a light. I'm sure they're good lights and everything else. I'm not talking shit about him. Go watch the infomercial. You are welcome to watch something else. But this has been a real part of my life. This has been a serious issue. They've reported my channels. They've kept me from doing a lot of different things that I've wanted to on this channel. They've alienated me from a lot of friends. They've alienated me from the cannabis community at large, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I am tired of it, and I'm basically going to start doing other stuff, honestly. So that was going to be one of my comments tonight, honestly. I'm not going to beg you guys anymore. If you don't want to hop on here, we'll just cut the show because this show really is honestly for you. I really don't sell seeds on these Saturday shows or anything, so it's just a show for you guys. It's honestly just a show for you. The Saturday, it's always been basically a takeover for the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 fucking years, honestly, because I realized that I just couldn't keep up with all the fucking shows. And then D and some other people were like, no, no, we would love to, keep doing the shows and stuff. Well, they go nowhere. Like the channel goes nowhere. I don't gain subscribers from these shows or anything like that. So it's not like you're doing me a favor by showing up to these shows, ladies and gentlemen. These Saturday shows especially really are basically a favor for you. And I realized I just don't have to keep doing that, to be perfectly honest. I don't want to remove the entire um uh what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to stop doing all my shows because honestly, I feel like I have grown an audience, yeah, maybe a small audience now, but I have grown an audience that I don't want to go away. Many of you I consider friends. Many of you I've corresponded for years now. So I definitely don't want it to go away, but I also realize that I can't just keep fucking banging my head against the wall, dealing with idiot trolls, dealing with fucking my channel getting reported for just the stupidest shit. Like every other cannabis channel, they have fucking Guerrero has his mercantile store. He apparently sells seeds there. I haven't looked into it. I'm sorry to say, but this is not for you to report. I hope nobody fucking grasses on him because of this. Jesus fucking Christ. But he's got fucking this, that, and the other thing. Future Cannabis got this, that, and the other thing. All these other fucking channels, they're allowed to do these things. But for some reason, me, when I even bring up my fucking website or anything else, bam, I get fucking nailed. And I get nailed by people reporting my channel. It's a long story. I know you don't know all the details. You probably don't keep track of all the details. But again, if you don't know the story, why would you have an opinion on the fucking story? Better to keep your mouth shut. What's the expression? Better to keep your mouth shut and be thought a fool than open your mouth and remove all doubt. Jesus fucking Christ. So what am I trying to say? But seriously, Dr. Lebulan, if I took that wrong, by the way, if you were just, joking around or whatever, I didn't mean to jump down your throat. But if you're telling me to literally get over something that is actually a serious issue in my life, you're welcome to get over this channel. I don't need to see anymore. That goes for really anybody. You're all guests on my channel. This is my channel. I, for some reason, default to saying we a lot of times when I talk about decisions I'm going to make on this channel and stuff. I don't know, because it's been a chat show for so long. But realistically, I have to dial it back and realize this is my fucking life. This is my channel. This is my shit. I pay for the Zoom. I pay for all this different stuff. Okay, you don't see half the stuff I pay for because honestly, I'm just candidly wasting money on most of it. But my point is that this is my channel. This is my shit. This is my I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. I'm just babbling at this point. Now I am probably needing to get over it. But ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to post the link here. What do we got here? D is chatting something here. Oh my God, my fucking computer. What's going on here?
Could you hear me?
And not the one in my hand.
Well,
All right, so let's see here. Copy invite link, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to hop on here. On here in the near future-ish. I'll give it a little bit. Sometimes these Saturday shows take a minute to populate, but I'm definitely not gonna just sit here and sit here and sit here and sit here and sit here. And it does me no good, honestly, just to give it to D for D to just sit here for 2 hours. So if folks don't come on here, that would be we'll probably just cut it. It's not just even a livelihood necessarily. It's also it impedes with my entire enjoyment of cannabis. You know what I mean? Like every single part of it, candidly, and it makes me very bitter, honestly, about the entire experience of cannabis. Because among other things, for example, this gentleman, gosh, I almost said his fucking name, Voldemort, I call him lately. He has been a very foundational figure, basically, for a lot of people in the entire grow community. I shouldn't keep saying the word because I might get reported just for saying it too many times. But you know what I'm trying to say, especially in the kind of organic, no-till gardening community. And way before I got into it, he's been into it since well, I don't even remember, honestly. But since whenever the internet was invented, probably. But I know that people were talking about the Probiotic Farmers Alliance and da 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 from literally like at this point 15, maybe 20 years ago, honestly. Um, and because I can't remember, Flora was telling me about this a bit. I want to say the Farmers Alliance was actually in the mid 2000s. So yeah, honestly, like pretty close to 20 fucking years ago. And a lot of folks that have watched my show, St. Bernard's, but Flora, a bunch of other people, knew Coot basically back then. Accidentally said his fucking name. Anyway, that has had a massive impact through the grapevine, basically. Even, for example, Subcool talked quite a bit about it, ironically, because, of course, Voldemort famously hated Subcool with every earthly fiber of his being, as he does basically to almost everybody. But Sub said basically the nicest things about Voldemort, and said, okay, I learned this, I learned this. Um, Sub was a little bit of a showman, of course, too, of course, right? But anyway, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that basically it's just inevitable that this guy had a huge impact on the entire cannabis community. And then you find out that one of your main mentors, basically, is a total shithead. And the fact of the matter is, I should have known this all along because people like St. Bernard's had been saying this since the beginning, right? But I don't know. I just had a way of freaking ignoring it somehow. And I had this weird family history with him from when I was a kid, honestly. I have to say, I don't remember him, but evidently my mom did. I talked to her about it. I mean, she was half fucking demented at the time, so she might have just pretended to. But she said she remembered him. Basically, he and his wife and my mom was a violinist. She basically was the concertmaster of an arts festival in California, and he and his wife, Voldemort, and Voldemort's wife, who's actually a really sweet person, so I don't want to call her Voldemort's wife, but anyway, kind of an odd combo to be perfectly honest. But anyway, I guess they say opposites attract, right? Anyway, they had a booth there with like glass and stuff. Anyway, and I don't know, supposedly, so the story goes, I actually knew them. And I do remember walking around that, all the booths and stuff when I was a kid. It's a long story, but I don't remember him specifically, but allegedly I am meant to have known him when I was a kid, right? And so it just adds that extra element of weirdness to the story. I mean, I was 4, 5, 6, so it's that kind of thing. You can't always expect to remember people, right? But it has had a weird experience to me, and I can't swear it was him and his wife because I guess they did stained glass or something. Maybe that's not what it was. But I've always had this fascination with glass. I've always really loved art glass and stuff. Just every time I see, oh my God, fucking blah 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 blah, and it got me to learn about a lot about it. When I was younger and stuff. Anyway, for some reason, and I've never really figured it out, I had this fascination with glass, and I just kind of connected the dots that maybe it went back to that arts festival when I was a kid. I don't know that. That's just a hypothesis that I've weaved together from threads of bullshit. You know what I mean? But anyway, it adds such a weird experience to it, and I think a lot of times these cannabis figures, for example, Subcool, they end up being fucking dildos, honestly. same picture that Dee showed. You know, like I had a positive experience with Subcool, but one of the reasons why I had such a positive experience with Subcool is that I never really dealt with the buying or selling of seeds or any of that kind of stuff with him. He didn't have a chance to screw me over, to be perfectly honest. And I knew that he was a little bit of a shyster. You know, I honestly knew it. I could see it from a mile away. Um, how am I saying this? But I basically got lucky, I guess, because I interacted with him basically based on photography, essentially. That's how he first noticed me, really, is basically I started winning his photography contests or placing in them. You know, I'd be like fourth or fifth place or something. And then finally I was like third place. And then I was trying to do my best. I wanted to win some free seeds, right? So I was like, oh, fuck, I was trying to, get my photos better. And it kind of tricked me into falling back in love with photography. I'd kind of put it on the back burner for many years. Anyway, and Sub and I started talking about it and blah, 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 blah. And anyway, that was really the basis of our conversation. And, I became a tester and all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, we started talking about genetics. But even then, we would still mostly talk about, he'd be like, oh my God, that picture you just posted, da, 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 da. Or can I borrow that picture of yours? He'd love to repost my pictures, right? So anyway, but I could see from a mile away some of my friends got screwed by Sub, and it was obvious that if you give him enough fucking rope, he'll hang you, something like that. You know what I mean? So what am I meandering about? I don't know. I guess I'm meandering about the fact that the whole cannabis experience gets kind of dirtied by these people, and it doesn't have to be that way, honestly. Even though I don't know, even if you make money on something, if you don't make money on something, it doesn't have to be dirty. Like I've known plenty of people that, gosh, owned restaurants, you name it, that were not dirty fucking people. You know what I mean? And then of course I've known plenty of people, I don't know, lawyers, chefs, you name it, who were terrible fucking people. So anyway, whatever. Folks, I'm not seeing anybody hop on here. I'm seeing, excuse me, some names that could hop on here, but nobody seems to be brave enough to hop on. You guys all chicken? Whatever. What is it, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to post the link again, just in case you didn't see it the first time, just in case your glasses were dirty or something. Don't be a dick. Don't show your dick. Don't be a lunatic. Don't be an asshole or show your asshole. You're welcome to hop on here. You're welcome to disagree with me. Just be civilized when you do it. Like Couchflyer was saying the other day, actually, controversy does generate views. That's something that I have thought about many times. You certainly don't have to agree with me or do everything to say, oh, here comes Couch Player. You don't have to do things the way that I do them. You can totally say that I'm doing something incorrectly or wrong, whatever. Just like I said, be friendly about it. Shares Midnight Tokery says, keep a clean grow. Good tip, buddy. Welcome. Uh, Old School hanging. Good to see you, Old School. Welcome, buddy. Skunk Ape Glassworks in the house. Good to see Skunk Ape as well. Who else have I missed? I've definitely missed a couple people. Who else is hanging with us? Oh no, maybe I didn't miss anybody. Got J5. Got Dr. Leave You Alone.
Oh, Johnny Five is still alive.
That's it. I got everybody.
Coach
Well,
Flair.
lurkers, non-lurkers, welcome, folks. If you guys are hanging in the garden or whatever, cheers to you as well. I've definitely got a bunch of gardening work that I'm kind of putting off by sitting here, to be honest. What's up, Couch Flyer? Oh, I guess we should say hello to D first. What's going on, D? There he
What's
is.
going on in the chat? What's going on, panel? Hope everyone's having a great night. Come hang out with us. I'm just hanging out. Cheers.
Right on. Cheers.
I'm gonna get some
Uh,
Indian food soon.
pardon?
I'm gonna get some heat up some leftover Indian food soon.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Cheers, Couch Flyer. Good to see you.
How you doing there, brother?
I'm doing all right. Didn't get all that much done today, to be perfectly honest. I need to get a little bit more done tonight before I fucking go to sleep. But I actually am happy though, because my dog has been just so difficult for I don't know, a few weeks basically. Honestly, for a few months, candidly, he's been really like the most challenging puppy I've ever had in my life. Really, really, really demanding and needy and everything else. He's a super sweetheart, but just constantly something, right? He's definitely like a working dog breed, so he's just on all the time, right? Like puppies most of the time sleep like 20 hours a day and stuff, and this guy's up like 20 fucking hours a day practically. Anyway, so he's just constantly, constantly, constantly something. Well, he was basically going through like a teenage phase, literally. Like he was 8, 9 months old, stuff like that. And sure enough, he was like starting to have accidents again and blah blah. Oh my God, it was something else. And nothing better than waking up at 4 in the morning, and all of a sudden your dog, like, I don't know, maybe he was yelping, or I don't know exactly why I woke up. Maybe he farted or something. But I woke up and all of a sudden he fucking has diarrhea right in front of me. I'm like, oh my God, great. It's 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning, whatever it was. Now I gotta shampoo the freaking carpet. Oh my fucking God. Oh, spectacular. And he's scared of the shampoo machine, right? So it's like, oh, that's even better. I mean, I don't blame him. It's super fucking loud. It's like twice as loud as the vacuum. But anyway, so thankfully the last few days he's actually finally settled down. He's like a super sweetheart, just a super duper sweetheart. He hasn't had any accidents. He hasn't even annihilated that many things for a few days. Like basically for months now, he annihilates at least one thing a day. And I have to try to I don't know, figure out what it's going to be. I never really can because, like, I don't know, I take stuff off the floor and stuff, but I mean, somehow he still finds, I don't know how he's still finding socks and everything else. Like, he chewed on one of those nice ass wool socks. I don't know, those fucking socks that, you wear in the wintertime. They cost like $20 a pair. So he chewed a fucking huge hole in the side of one. Where the fuck did he even find my wool sock in the summertime? I don't know. But anyway, this fucking dog, finally, he's chilled out. He's right here. He's chilling out. Uh, he's still a little bit of a needy dog, but he's definitely chilling out a little bit. So thankfully, I think I may have survived the teenage phase. Usually, once you get out of the teenage phase, you can live, like, you can survive. Uh, I don't know if that goes for children as well. I don't know, but like this fucking dog, he was challenging. He was a bit something or other. Goodness gracious. But yeah,
Sounds like a true
thankfully,
wolf.
I'm really happy that he's a lot better. Yeah, he's honestly like and I felt bad. Like I can't really yell at him or anything else because I mean, like, what are you gonna do? Yell at a puppy that had diarrhea at 4 in the morning? He didn't choose to do it. But it's like, what the absolute fucking shit? Oh my God. Anyway, but whatever.
When I was young, I had sled dogs, and they're very hyper.
Yeah.
They bounce off the walls.
Uh,
It's a panic.
and that's one of the things that I've really had to figure out with him, honestly, because he definitely has too much energy, and I need to work it out of him. Like, even, I don't know, an hour, hour and a half at the dog park is only barely enough to make him nap for a couple hours, and then he's back to it. Like, he really is basically half sled dog. Like, he could fucking work for, I don't know, 10 hours a day probably. I don't know. I've thought about, oh, I should fucking rent him out to
Fucking wolf.
somebody. Like, I need to find somebody with some sheep that need to be corralled or some shit. I don't even know. What else? He kind of likes to chase birds. I don't know. Maybe somebody has some birds that need to be chased or some shit. I don't know.
Go to the airport. You can chase the birds up
That's
there,
right. That's
runway.
right. Just have him run in circles or some shit. I don't even know. Anyway.
Oh man, I saw something weird with related to that. I'm upstate New York, and I'm sitting at a train station, and there's a big commuter parking lot, and across the way there's another big parking lot, but it's like attached to some kind of strip mall. A guy comes out with a shopping cart. I, I'm I'm smoking a joint, and I'm like watching from a distance, and he's got this contraption he kind of sets up, and he pulls out this looks like a shotgun with a barrel that's about 3 inches around. And he points it up in the air, kaboom! And no kidding, 1,000 pigeons come flying. I didn't realize this parking lot was completely covered with pigeons. It was
Hmm.
gray black with pigeons.
Hmm.
He fires this gun. All these pigeons go flying up into the air in this huge cloud, start swirling around, like flocking together. It was amazing. I've never seen anything like that.
Hmm.
But evidently doing bird control in a parking lot in the suburbs.
Really bad for pigeons. We apparently fucked their habitat, so they basically just came to cities because they had nowhere else to go. And one of the people make fun of their nests because they just put like a couple sticks down and they're just the most pointless fucking nests. Well, it's because where they're from is what are they? Rock pigeons is their official name. They roost on the edges of cliffs, basically in I don't remember, sandstone cliffs or something. Anyway, there's crevices basically on these cliffs, and all you really need is basically just like a couple of sticks to keep the egg from rolling out of the freaking hole that they put the eggs in. So basically, they're evolved perfectly for the place they are used to, but we apparently destroyed all their habitat. So anyway, I can't remember the exact
Yeah,
story right now, but
there's way too many of them. That's, I mean, oh man. I mean, that's definitely not natural. That a population like that, man, it's
believe it or
like,
not, it is. We're just not used to it. The passenger pigeons and stuff, and what was the other species of pigeon? They used to cover the Midwest in gigantic flocks that would block out the sun, and we actually made them go extinct within like 50 years. And
wow.
they're fucking gone. Like people that, you hear this all the time. Oh, humans don't change climate change or whatever, because I think a lot of people are just honestly, candidly, not all that bright. They don't really understand the world and history and stuff. Like multiple times, just in the last century, humans have destroyed entire species, even sometimes accidentally. Like basically, as far as I remember, the current theory, I don't think this is proven, but the current theory is someone accidentally introduced a parasite, the emerald ash borer or something from Europe, I want to say, and it
Yeah, to
infected the
the,
chestnut trees on
yeah,
the East
right.
Coast, and the entire East Coast and I guess would you say that into the Midwest? Anyway, the entire east of the U.S. used to be forested with chestnut trees, and the chestnuts used to serve as food for poor people. Basically, it was a major source of calories for poor people that were struggling, and you could basically go out. It's kind of like olives in the Middle East. They call it the God's gift to the poor because an olive tree will always fruit no matter what, basically. And all you have to do is go out and like shake the tree, or just literally go out and collect the olives. And you basically make food. So chestnut trees were the same, and chestnut wood because they were so abundant. Chestnut is a beautiful hardwood, by the way. They made wonderful furniture. So most early American furniture is actually made of chestnut, believe it or not. And so when you get like antique furniture, you'd be like, "What the fuck is this? Like rosewood? What is this?" No, it's fucking chestnut. That's for all intents and purposes, is extinct. It's not actually extinct. It's actually coming back, but it's taken a long
Got a,
time because it's slow growing fucking
yeah, it's got a
hardwood.
beautiful grain to it. It's like
Oh, it's beautiful,
extraordinary.
beautiful,
It's
beautiful wood. Um, what am I trying to say? So indirectly, humans basically fucked that tree. Now as far as I know, that's not proven. I don't know if we'll ever actually prove it, but that's the current theory. What was the other one? Oh, that passenger pigeon. That basically was people. What else? Yeah, we almost went and made the bison and the buffalo go extinct. That was intentionally just to fuck with the Indians. Um, you name it. There's a lot of stories out there of humans causing environmental catastrophe on essentially global scales. Like the chestnuts, that's an entire continent basically worth of a species. And it happened to be endemic to North America. And on the entire continent, we killed that fucking species. And mind you, the Romans had a spice, silphium or whatever it was, that they used for a lot of different stuff. They used it for food. Apparently tasted wonderful, but it was also evidently both an aphrodisiac and a contraceptive. So anyway, the Romans just absolutely loved this fucking herb, and they evidently plundered it to extinction. Evidently, what Emperor Nero or somebody, I can't remember which emperor, had the last plant brought to him, basically plucked and brought to him special. And ever since then, basically, people have suspected that they found it again, but believe it or not, no, nobody has actually seemingly found silphium again. That was literally basically humans that essentially plundered it to death. And, just go on and on and on down the list. The fucking dodo, on and on. That's not the only bird that we basically ate to death, basically. That's the most amazing thing. So people are like, oh, humans can't affect the earth. I mean, we clearly, obviously can, right? And then basically all you have to do is extrapolate that over time, and it's very clear that humans can affect the earth. God, even things like compound interest, that's almost a comparison to compound interest because when you think about it, like humans impact any single year may not be so significant, but over 50 or 100 years, the compounding of that problem becomes significant. And so, for example, if you have 10% inflation, well, that doesn't sound like all that much, but in 10 years, you're basically paying double what you used to. So if you used to spend $3 on a fucking cheeseburger meal or whatever, like everybody did when we were kids, well, now it's $12 because actually it's been more inflation than that. What am I trying to say? Or the same thing, if you invest at 5% over 20 years, you actually make a lot of money. In 1 year, you don't make a lot. I don't know. I think maybe these concepts are just too difficult for some people. I don't know what it is. Also, I'm
It's,
babbling because nobody else has hopped on here. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to hop on here. The link is still there in the chat. If you are not a complete Momo, you can just scroll up a little bit on the chat and you'll see it right there. If you can't see it, just literally scroll up a tiny bit and you'll see the link. It should auto-complete the password for you. We're going to give it a little bit longer here, ladies and gentlemen, to see if anybody else hops on here. I could give it, if Couch Flyer and D want to hang, I can totally give it to them. I've got some stuff to do, so I can't stay on here that much longer. But would love to see some new voices on here, ladies and gentlemen. This is really not supposed to just be a community center for people to do nothing,
Yeah,
just kind of sit. What's that, D?
yeah, I'll stick around for sure.
Oh, right on. Cool. So folks, that's a sign for you to hop the fuck on here. It is supposed to be a conversational show, not just a dead air show where nobody talks about anything. So hop on here. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear about your garden, your grow, what you guys are working on. It's outdoor season, getting in the thick of it, actually. Probably everybody is in flower or just about. Oh, I would imagine everybody's flowering by now, outdoors. I suppose maybe. I don't know what. No, actually, in California and stuff, the sun starts to set earlier, I want to say, than it does up here in the. Yeah, I remember it was always different. Like for example, oh, when is it? Oh, but now I'm forgetting what time of the year it is because it's very, very strange. Part of the year, I think it's in the summer, basically in the northern part of the northern hemisphere, like 45th parallel and above, the sun sets later than it does in Los Angeles. I guess because we're curved or we're tilted more towards the sun. Huh, I guess I've never really stopped to think about it exactly. But anyway, most of the year it's the sun sets a little bit later in Los Angeles than it does in Portland, but then in the summertime I think it's the opposite. What's up with you, Couch Flyer? You said you were going to start growing again here soon?
yeah, and did you ever hear of this man named Dr. Faust
Oh yeah.
from
Yeah, he's been on my show. I interviewed him a couple times.
Yeah.
well, he had this thing he was doing with
Believe it or
pros
not, he is actually related to the historical Dr. Faust, who
is he
is
really?
less, yeah, that's probably less interesting for most Americans, but it's world famous in Germany because he's basically like the, I don't know, Mephistopheles, I guess. In fact, Dr. Faust and Mephistopheles, that was the origin, basically, of the sell your soul to the devil concept, basically. So anyway, Wolfgang von Goethe, a famous German writer, wrote Faust, Dr. Faustus. And that's like one of the, if not the top, one of the top German novels. Like, I don't know, from
It
Spanish
certainly
is
is. It's
Cervantes, but anyway, so literally there was an actual Dr. Faust, and he was evidently kind of like a scoundrel. He probably wasn't actually, he probably didn't actually sell his soul to the devil, but he was apparently wildly charismatic and blah blah blah, right? So anyway, they fabricated this myth. I think about 100 years after his death. I think because Goethe wrote it in late 1700s, early 1800s, I want to say. I'm forgetting exactly. 1790s. I could look at this up in a second. I want to say that Dr. Faust himself actually lived in the early 1700s. I guess I can look this up here in a second. Anyway, go ahead. What were you saying?
no, go ahead, look it up. Now I want to
Right
know.
on.
That's really cool.
Yep. Yeah, because I asked him, I was like, so wait, are you connected to the actual Dr. Faustus? Hmm.
You all right?
Yeah, just coughing. Um, Dr. Faust. Johann Georg Faust. So he lived much earlier than I thought, actually. 1480 or 1466 to
Well, yeah, that's
1541.
quite a bit earlier, right?
So
Wow.
Johann Georg Faust. Here we go. There we go. Sometimes also Georg Sabellicus Faustus, known in English as Johann Faustus, was a German itinerant alchemist, astrologer, and magician of the German Renaissance. He was often called a con man and a heretic by the people of medieval Europe. Dr. Faust became the subject of folk legend in the years soon after his death, transmitted in chapbooks. What's a chapbook? Come on. Oh, it's just like little, I don't know, 50 pages or whatever. Beginning in the 1580s, it was notably adapted by Christopher Marlowe as a tragic heretic in his play, The Tragical History of the Life and Death of Dr. Faustus. You know what? That's right, actually. But I don't think I've ever read Marlowe's Faustus. Anyway, interesting. Blah, 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 blah. The legend was again adapted in Johann Wolfgang von Goethe's closet drama, Faust, in 1808. There we go. All right. Faust. It's a tragic play in two parts by Johann von Goethe, usually known in English as Faust. Part one and Faust Part two, nearly all blah, 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 written in rhymed verse, although rarely staged in its entirely. Okay, you don't care about that. Faust is considered by many to be Goethe's magnum opus and the greatest work of German literature. It's not the proper nomenclature, dude. All right, there's no quick synopsis, unfortunately. Too bad. Sells his soul to the devil. Shit happens. Goes crazy. Crazy story. Back to you, Couch Flyer. What were you saying?
Yeah. So getting back onto what I was talking about. What was I? Oh yeah,
So,
all right.
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Like you could play 6 degrees of fucking Dr. Faust. You could play 6 degrees of the devil, because if Dr. Faust actually did sell his soul to the devil, then we know Dr. Faust. Wait, you know me, I know Dr. Faust, and Dr. Faust is related to the devil.
Oh man. Uh, you got me on that one. He does this thing where you've heard of it, people who do synthetic growing know about flushing at the end of flower, right? Try to purge the newts out of the system. This is quite a bit different. This is purging or flushing at the beginning of flower. And the idea is that you bring the nutrient level down to zero, so the plant is just getting water when you initially flip into the flowering phase, and you leave it that way for a week. And what it does is that it stunts the stretch in flower. So if you had something like a haze or something that was, you got big internodal spacing, uh, it it can easily drop that by half. If you had like a 5 inch node spacing, you could get 2.5 inches. You could even do it longer. You could flush for 2 weeks and get an extremely close internodal spacing. And surprisingly,
I'm sorry,
once you,
I think I misinterpreted the whole conversation. Are you saying that flushing leads to internode spacing differences?
well, but yeah, what you're doing is you're starving the plant at the beginning of flower, and its energy then is, I don't know how to just describe it.
Who was
It
teaching this? Who was saying this?
this is the University of Clemson, or the state university down there, and I've actually done it, and it works. And if you're into multi cropping, like doing, maybe 8 or so pinches, a lot, you're getting, like maybe 16 to 32 heads out of it. You can bunch of plants in the same, space. You can cram a bunch more plants into a smaller space. And what you're basically doing is all you're doing is growing buds. There's like, you get hardly any plant. There's hardly any growth after the plant starts commencing flower. You know, as soon as you start seeing pistils, hairs growing, it stops any kind of stem growth. There's just nothing there. You don't want to go too long. I mean, there's likelihood that you could kill the plant, but if you feed it fast enough when you're coming back out of the flush, it's amazing how fast the plant recovers. You lose a lot of veg, but you don't want that anyway. We're not smoking leaf. So it's an interesting concept, and I think I'm going to keep experimenting with it.
I'm trying to look up oh no, I'm not finding it. I thought I found it. I was trying to look up the article maybe from multiple cut systems for without no, that's cytokinins totally
Well,
different.
there's actually two
I have to be honest, that doesn't sound right. And I'll say specifically why. When the flower okay, using mammalian metaphors may not be the right thing for you, but just imagine basically any creature that's essentially in the early part of its pregnancy cycle, I guess you could say, if you were to starve it, I think the logical assumption is that you would basically end up affecting the fetus. Now, the mother may give all of her available nutrients to the fetus to keep it generating properly, in which case the health of the hello, father, the health of the mother would suffer. So with just based on logic, I think that if you starve the mother by flushing it, basically, I've never believed in flushing as a concept, but especially if you starve it intentionally by removing nutrients in the early part of flower, I think you're going to basically lead, first of all, to health issues, and second of all, to yield issues, basically. I think it probably will have an effect on internode spacing, but you could, if you really needed to, you could, first of all, you can find different genetics that have better internode spacing, but second of all, you could basically move the light up, for example, to make the plants just basically starve for the light a little bit without actually starving them nutritionally. I'm really not a believer in the concept of flushing basically at all. And I guess I'll say this, I would love to see that article. I would love to see that information from Clemson because I'd love to be wrong. But uh, uh, every time someone shows these university studies, they'll show the pictures of the plants from the university studies, and all of us just shake our fucking heads because we're like, just who the fuck grew this shit? Because it's obviously not a cannabis expert. You know, it's someone who's, I don't know, getting a PhD, but they don't know anything about fucking cannabis, evidently. You usually see garbage plants. And so I'm not really surprised that by doing weird shit to these already sickly plants, weird, interesting things happen that may not be replicable, honestly. But what am I trying to say? I would love to see someone who actually can grow healthy cannabis plants doing these test results. Um,
Yeah, I'm trying really hard here to find. They actually have two videos up. There's one that the doctor kind of narrates, and then there's another one where his student, the guy that's going for his doctorate, put a video up. But they're both on YouTube, and unfortunately, my little phone, I can't see it. But anyway, it's if you later on, maybe if you're interested, you could take a look at that.
I just realized I was concentrating on two things at once. You did find the article or you did not?
No, well, There's two. It isn't articles. There's actual. They do videos of it.
Uh-huh.
They're on YouTube, and I can't seem to find the right search. Uh, his first name is Anthony, right?
Who's?
Dr. Faust. Anthony Faust, I think. I don't know.
I don't think so.
No.
Oh, I'm blanking because I had a professor that had a similar name, so I'm just keep thinking of him. Um, oh, I'm
Oh,
blanking. I don't remember.
yeah, this isn't working. Anyway, it's an interesting concept, and maybe if I get some plants going, I'll come on and show you. How about that?
You'll show the. I'm sorry. You'll show. I'm sorry. I'm
I'll
trying to
show the
answer this question.
results of what I'm doing.
Uh, Go for it. Yeah. I mean, I always recommend to newer growers to not fuck with these experiments. It's a recipe for disaster. It's really
Mm.
just and new growers are always trying newer growers, I'll say, are always trying experienced growers too, honestly. And it kind of makes me pull my hair out because instead of growing weed, they're trying all kinds of weird shit, which I guess maybe is the hobby, right? Maybe if the weird shit growing is the hobby, then I guess do that.
Dude, I'm going to
What am
be
I trying to
70
say?
years old, and I started growing when I was about 14 years old.
Oh, really? Well, so you're
Yeah.
definitely not a new grower, that's for
No, I'm
sure.
not a new grower, dude.
Right on. I gotcha. I gotcha.
And actually, you were talking before about, how weed doesn't have to be dirty. And when I was a kid, it wasn't. It was, it wasn't, it wasn't seen as like a dirty kind of a thing. It wasn't until, the war on drugs
Yeah.
thing got started. And then the reason it got dirty then is because
Nixon.
the mob got involved. All of a sudden, it was the fucking mafia.
Huh.
Weed was dealt by surfers and hippies and, cat, and even before that, there were the beat generation. They were all into it. You know, it wasn't until it got to the stigma of being illegal that the
And
that the
probably more money
mafia
in it
just
too.
that the mafia said, "Hey,
Huh.
we can make money on this shit," and
Uh,
then it got dirty.
huh.
But when I was growing up, it wasn't like that, man. It was very
That's a
cool. It was
shame.
very. They used to call my mother. My mother was known in the neighborhood, and this was a white class. I mean, white middle class neighborhood. She was known as Granny Pot.
Uh,
Okay, and this was in the 60s. This was at the time of
Everybody thought it was
LBG.
going to get legalized, I've heard many times.
Yeah, it wasn't a
Uh,
thing. It got politicized, and there you go.
hmm.
Anyway,
They ruined a good thing. They literally just fucking ruined a good thing.
damn straight.
It's a pity. Oh, did
It's,
someone just try
yeah.
to jump in? Folks, we'd love to hear from some new voices. I'm going to give it a
Yeah,
little bit
please.
longer.
I'm
We
getting.
might bounce. Well, actually, I guess I can let these guys chat. But I might bounce here in a little bit. Uh, J5. Oh, he's saying Bob, Robert Faust. That's it.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh, Pretty sure that's misspelled. Faust, I think is how he spells it. Faust. Faust. Pretty sure. Not 100% sure, but pretty sure. Um, oh, I was answering mid. I can just say it honestly. Black Prince Ruby and Black Knight's Delight is the version that I made with that Highland Tie Carola, which actually I really love. I'm trying to ignore most of the Highland Tie Carola stuff because I just want to talk about Voldemort less. But I really like the Black Knight's Delight because I've said this before. I'll say it again. I'll continue saying it for a long time. Whatever other people like about my stuff, a lot of people talk about Morgana and Lime River Rose, of course, and I would never disagree with them that I like those as well. I think Black Prince Ruby is basically my best work. I pulled out the strawberry out of that Ruby Jack and pulled out the best strawberry out of that Ruby Jack, the strawberry candy version, basically, with the Black Knight's Delight. I basically picked out of 100 females, so that was quite a bit more seeds, of course. Took me a while, of course, because I had a really small garden at the time. It would still take me a while to go through 100 females now. But anyway, went through 100 females and found the best, actually two, but I bred to the best number one. But that's not true. I actually made some seeds with a couple other ones, but I only had like tester quantities basically. But I bred the number one to that Highland Tie Carola male, and perfect selection. Ironically, I just named her number three. It was ridiculous because I just kept resetting the numbers. But anyway, so a lot of times my keepers over the years have been just like number two, number three. Anyway, she had this very complex so the predominant Black Prince Ruby line is basically strawberry candy, like you know those strawberry grandma candies. It seems like everybody's grandma used to have, basically, with the like strawberry wrapper. It even looks like a strawberry with the little green on top. Here we go. Dr. Libulin wants to come in, and it's got like the soft filling. You know what I'm talking about, right? They like most of them taste the same, even if they're made in different places. It basically tastes like that. And 60% of the phenotypes are pretty high in anthocyanins, so you'll get quite a lot of perps. There are quite a few green phenotypes, actually, and some people prefer those green phenotypes of the Black Prince Ruby. But if you, especially if you, I can't tell you my website, I probably can't even show you my website, ironically, right now, because I'll get struck. But if you go to my website and look up that Black Prince Ruby, those are real pictures. Those are my pictures. I didn't fuck it up. I didn't, it's not AI or whatever the dumb shit people have said over the years, or Photoshop or whatever the fuck. It's the real fucking pictures, basically, with flash photography, on and on. What am I trying to say? The selected Black Prince Ruby actually wasn't, she was actually, believe it or not, she was more of a green phenotype. She had a little bit of perp on her. She had black leaves and stuff. She really reminded me of the original Ruby Jacks in structure and everything else. But the leaf, or the bud meat, was actually still quite green. It does purple towards the end, so she definitely did have anthocyanins in her, but she was a predominantly kind of a green phenotype. That's so freaking annoying. Anyway, fuck am I trying to say? So from the strawberry candy, basically, I selected and found that perfect plant. In my opinion, the perfect plant. If I selected today, maybe I'd find a slightly different plant again, because you always select something a little bit different as you age and experience life. But I was really into her. She had this incredible, I've never smelled anything like it before, basically. Really airy, euphoric, strawberry linen. I don't know how to fucking else to explain it, basically. Like you're in a French laundry that uses strawberries or some shit. I've never smelled anything like it before. And that basically floated over the whole Black Prince Ruby line. Has quite a complex aroma. It's quite earthy. There's that Alaskan Thunderfuck in the grandparentage, basically. There's quite a bit of undercurrent of citrus and stuff. So there's a little bit of sourness in most of the Black Prince Rubies and Black Knight's Delights and Black Prince Ruby F2. Anyway, gosh, I could talk about it for fucking hours. And most importantly, I absolutely love the high on all the Ruby Jacks, and obviously the Black Prince Rubies, because I've distilled that high, basically. It's a very euphoric Cindy 99 high. So that obviously makes sense, because it's got a very dominant Jack the Ripper great grandfather, or whatever it is for the F2, and whatever it is for the Black Knight's Delight. But the original Ruby Jacks, that was literally just their grandfather, was Jack Hare and NL5 on the other, and also Alaskan Thunderfuck on the other. So plenty of funk, lemon, not overwhelming lemon, but some citrus, some kind of candy lemon. What else? Earthiness. Um, a little bit of noticeable gas. You always find a little bit of noticeable gas in there, but you definitely like you'll be walking around a couple times. I've been walking around with my friends who don't smoke weed or something, and I'd have a joint of like my super perped out Black Prince Ruby in my ear, basically, and I'd be walking down and whoa, what's your perfume? Is it strawberries? People would fucking stop me on the street. I'd be like, no, it's my joint. It's fucking. And they'd hold it. They're like, what is this, candy? No, it's fucking Black Prince Ruby. Thank you very much. So it smells good. It tastes good. It's got an absolutely wonderful high. So if you love Cindy 99, you would love Black Prince Ruby. But of course, if you love Cindy 99 but would rather it taste better, little jab to Cindy 99 there, because the taste is not why you pick Cindy 99. But if you like that uplifting, happy, goofy, just cheerful, really enjoy yourself high. It's got a pain relief. I probably don't say this enough. I deal with chronic pain almost every single fucking day of my life. I'm in just like it's pain. It's super fucking ridiculous. So the Black Prince Ruby lines, the Ruby Jack lines have always helped me with that, basically. Not only do I get stoned, but I also have pain relief. I'm happy. My friends are happy, on and on and on. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't taste bad. Like, what could be better, honestly? So that's some of the reasons why I could talk about the Ruby Jack stuff forever. Love those lines. So if you got it for free, so much the better. I would pop that shit. I couldn't speak higher of the Black Prince Ruby. Famously, I gave I think 2 samples. I think now I'm forgetting because I gave him multiple samples, but I gave Voldemort multiple samples of my weed over because I was friends with him for several years. But I gave him supposedly that last time when he flushed in the toilet. I because I know I gave him Roswell. I think maybe that time I gave him Roswell and my super perped out Black Prince Ruby because I still had one of the super purple Black Prince Rubies that I didn't actually select for breeding, but I selected it to smoke the shit out of. Loved it like crazy. Um, and you can see pictures of it on my website. The one that it's obvious, like it's super fucking obvious. As you scroll through Black Prince Ruby, there's some that are purple, there's some that, and then there's one. Oh my fucking God, that's the one basically. Gave that one to Coot. It smelled like strawberries. It tasted like strawberries. It felt ethereal. It was gorgeous weed. It was. I have to be honest with you. I don't pat myself on the back that often, but it was an 11 out of 10. Coot famously thinks that it was only good for flushing in the toilet, so I have renamed the strain that I already insultingly named Sauron because he had already been a bastard like 2 years ago when I had that tester ready to send out. But that was a long story. We laughed about it with a couple of testers. But I renamed it to Toilet Brush, ladies and gentlemen, in honor, of course, of Voldemort famously flushing my weed down the toilet. He couldn't do anything else with it. He couldn't give it out to an enemy or a friend. He couldn't throw it in the compost pile. Couldn't even compost it because it might infect his compost. It might infect his compost with cooties. That's probably ironically. Do you think? I wonder if Coot has cooties, or is Coot afraid of cooties? I bet that's what it is. Coot is afraid of cooties, so he couldn't even compost my weed or anything else. Like, give me a break. He fucking smoked it. Now he's telling everybody he fucking flushed it in the toilet. Shut the fuck up. Whatever. Doctor, leave me alone. What's going on, bud?
I'm smoking some hash right now. I just want to show you this. Yeah, this
Having a little
sweatshirt.
hash bash. Oh, I was gonna say up in Mash, but you're not in
Last
Massachusetts.
West Coast Plant
It's
Therapy.
a nice
They hooked me up.
sweatshirt. God damn, they gave you that for free?
Nice sweatshirt and this hat, this winter hat, and
Did you get it because you're a loyal customer, or did they get it just because you asked nicely?
I wanted on the show, and I got a bottle
Doctor,
of.
you got to move your phone closer or something because your microphone it sometimes doesn't pick you up.
It's I got it from a show.
Yeah, that's so much better. You need to move it closer.
Yeah, so I just want to show you that, and I'm going to go outside and water. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an outdoor tour
Right
of the
on.
garden.
That'll be fun.
Okay, so I just
Sounds
wanted
good.
to show you this, and I got a minute because I'm brewing some coffee. So,
Right
so I
on.
got a minute, and then
You
I got
gotta, doctor, you gotta move closer to the microphone. If you want to move the camera closer to you or something, because if you're gonna be on camera, if you're gonna talk on the thing, we gotta hear you. So you gotta move the fucking thing closer. I'm gonna make a rule from now on. If your audio sounds like shit, you're not allowed on the show. So
turned
move
it
it
up.
even closer, please, a little bit closer. Because when you got up close to the mic, we could finally hear your ass. So move it closer.
Get a little closer.
There you
Don't.
go. We'll try that. We'll see how that goes.
Okay, yeah.
Uh,
So
Midnight
I'm waiting on
Toker
the
is laughing. Silent Truth says, I actually traded for 3 t-shirts from the reggae band tonight. Holy shit, Silent Truth, right on, dude. That's killer. The reggae band was like, score, bro. We got weed for all night, man. Dang.
I
And
was
Silent Truth probably
watching.
actually has good weed, too. Is that
I
Doctor?
was watching. What was it? Leonard Skinner had Syracuse Fairgrounds at the New York State Fair.
Hmm.
It was pretty cool. It was on YouTube. It was
I didn't realize they're still playing. Huh.
yeah, 50-year anniversary. It was it was cool. I watched the whole thing. My girlfriend was on the phone, like she's just rambling on I fucking hung up
I'm
on it.
fucking confused. Wait, which is the band that half the band died in a plane crash? Wasn't it Leonard Skinner?
Yeah, Leonard Skinner, 50-year anniversary.
But I'm saying which band was it that like the singer and the guitar player, actually like a third person died in a stupid plane crash? Wasn't it
Yeah,
fucking
that
Leonard
was the
Skinner?
same day. That was the same day I was flying to Chicago, 1977.
Oh,
I
So it's
went through the
basically
same
like
thing.
it's half the band with a couple new people, I guess.
Yeah, it's the
I got
people
you.
in that album came out. Listen, the album that came out with the fire in the window, and the guys are in the window. The ones with the fire died, and the ones that don't have the fire in the window lived. Okay, because I know because I was flying out there, and that album came out before the plane crash. Okay, I was flying out to Chicago from New York, 1977. I was, selling weed and everything, and out of high school, and this, so they put me on a plane and sent me to Chicago, and that storm, our plane drove through because the pilot goes, a plane went down, we're getting rough turbulence, and then we had a little bit of turbulence and stuff, and that was the same storm that took Leonard Skinner's plane down. Okay, that was the same day I went to Chicago. Believe me.
Hmm.
That was 1977. It was right before Woodstock was going on at that time. Not when
But it
I
was just
left.
it wasn't some kind of it wasn't terrorism or
No,
something.
no,
It was
no,
just like
no,
the
that
dude
was
got
different.
drunk and fucking flew
No,
his plane
Woodstock
into the
was
people.
when I went to what do you call it? Woodstock was when I went to Mount Rushmore. I went to South Dakota. That was back in '69. I got it mixed up. But yeah, when '77, when I was flying into Chicago, I went through the same storm in the plane. I felt that turbulence that took their plane down. And that's what the pilot said. Yeah.
I'm confusing these. I'm thinking. Am I thinking about a different fucking band? What was the band that?
are you thinking of the one and the one band member never got on the plane and the rest of the plane crashed?
Oh, that's another one, but that's not. Is that Chicago? No, that's not Chicago. I was gonna ask. Fucking yeah, no, it was Leonard Skinner. Oh wait, no, 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 no. Hold on. Da, 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 da. Okay, I might still be thinking of the wrong band. So the Leonard Skinner plane crash, 1977, October 20th, 1977, a Convair CV-240. Okay, this is a different plane, so I'm thinking of a different band. If you guys can think of the fucking band I'm thinking of, please let me know in the chat. Because the one I'm thinking of, the singer or guitar player, basically they were just having a party on the beach or whatever the fuck it was. Uh, it was like in the country. It wasn't on the beach somewhere, but it was like I don't know on the river or something. And like I say, either the guitar player or the singer got shit faced. I mean, they were all shit faced pretty much. And they had a private like a Cessna, just like a four-seater or something, propeller plane. And he got in the plane. He was just fucking around. He was basically buzzing the other people that were hanging out, basically. And he ended up just completely, I mean, just you shouldn't fly that low to the ground in the first place, but he flew too low to the ground and basically, I think, cut one person in half and then crashed and killed like he and one other person were on the plane. So it was like three people in the band died. So I cannot think of who it was. I thought it was Leonard Skinner. So this one says Leonard Skinner, lead vocalist and founding member Ronnie Van Sant, guitarist and vocalist Stevie Gaines, backing vocalist Cassie Gaines, Stevie's older sister, assistant road manager Walter McCreary, first officer, all died as a result of the crash, while 20 others survived. Um, they apparently ran out of fuel. Upon realizing the plane had insufficient fuel, the plane ran out of fuel near the end of the flight. Upon realizing the plane had insufficient fuel, the pilots attempted to navigate to Macomb Airport, about 10 miles northeast of the eventual crash site in Amity County, Mississippi, but soon realized the plane would not make it. As a last resort, they attempted an emergency landing in an open field about 300 yards from where the plane eventually went down. Despite their efforts at approximately 6:52 p.m., the plane skimmed about 100 yards along the top of the tree line before smashing crashing into a large tree and splitting into pieces in Gillsburg, Mississippi. Always odd when you hear about planes running out of fuel and then crashing because planes become gliders, honestly. I'm just thinking to myself, I guess it was so long ago that maybe they had very much less safety features. So maybe everything shut off when the plane ran out of gas. Maybe the fucking control surfaces shut off. I don't know. I don't know because like you can literally land a plane because it's a fucking glider. People forget it's a fucking glider. It's not going to accelerate, but if you
When the
fly
plane,
downwards slightly, you can fly in circles and shit. You can control your landing and find any fucking open field to basically land the fucking thing on. You might break the plane. Hey, cheers, Flora. Good to see you, buddy.
What the
Um,
heck is this? So,
this is what the
this is like
pilot
walking
said.
with
Uh-oh.
There's a plane right
We're not
down.
getting
happened?
too much audio from Flora.
Roboting.
Mr. Roboto.
No, it's telling me press button to talk.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm gonna try joining back in.
Go for it. Maybe Zoom's gonna force update him because it force updated me the other day. It was weird. It deleted all my old rooms and stuff, which is fine. I don't think I was using 90% of them. But it's kind of annoying too because I was like, oh, I don't know, there were several different rooms that I might join at some point. I have to find the original link. Super stupid. Uh, yeah, D Zombie's talking about the Sunny Bono had tree skiing. That's not what it was. I just can't
No,
think of it. It was one of those, but it was one of those classic rock bands. It wasn't just some random rock band. It was, oh, as soon as someone's gonna fucking say this. Um,
so I got my 649 lottery ticket for tonight. So when I win, you guys get ready for me to come visit you guys.
that's right.
Cannabis plane.
In the D-Mobile. Are you gonna have kind of like the Pope Mobile, but it's gonna be the D-Mobile? You're gonna sit
No,
there
it's
and you're
gonna
gonna
be
wave
a
at everybody.
can.
But you're gonna
It's gonna.
hotbox it in the D-Mobile. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna have a driver and you're gonna be sitting up in the D-Mobile just puffing joints all the time and just gonna be a cloud of fucking smoke. But inside, because you know you're a medical
That's
patient
right.
and stuff, you have to be in a control or enclosed space, whatever. That would be
And the
hilarious.
best part
I would
is,
pay money to see the D-Mobile.
and the best part about that is the driver's all boxed in, so it doesn't hit him at
That's
all.
it. That's it. Exactly.
But no, it's gonna be a wrapped plane wrapped with a big cannabis bud. Looking like a big cannabis bud. It's gonna be Air 420 or something.
Cool.
Gosh, I cannot think of this. I swear I didn't make it up, but I don't know. I can't
I know
Where's
what
find
you're
it.
the,
talking about, Stewie.
You
where's
know
the
the store
yacht?
I'm talking about? Yeah, I can't think of who it was.
Where's the yacht so we can cruise around?
That's right.
I
Get the
got too
fucking weed
slow.
yacht.
We not.
That's it. That's how I know none of the billionaires that rule the world these days are halfway decent people, because none of them have just like a public weed yacht or something like that, right? It's all underground bunkers and shit. It's all just end of the world shit with these people.
I'm gonna have to start it off when I win.
That's right. Cheers, Ned.
Weed not.
Ned Denver's in the house. What's up, buddy?
I know.
Lurkers, non-lurkers. Oh, cheers, Jeff. Good to see you. He was slipped right in there, kind of like your mom likes it. Ladies and gentlemen, pop the link. Oh, I already did pop the link there.
I
You
got
guys are welcome
pop.
to hop on here. I think I'm gonna pop off here and do some stuff because I still actually have to go to the grocery store and get some shit. So if you want to pop on here, just don't be a dick, don't show your dick, don't be a lunatic, ladies and gentlemen. We have no interest in you starting a fight or being a jerk off. If you're able to be polite, you're totally allowed to disagree and everything else. But just don't be an asshole, honestly. I'm shocked at the amount of assholes I've led on this show over the years. Also, I insist if your audio sucks balls, maybe find another show or something. I don't know, dude. If we can't hear you, it's not worth you hopping on here. So, ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to that. Plug in your fucking headphones, move the phone closer to your face, etc., etc., etc. Because if it just sounds like some shit over like that, like it's not worth listening. I mean, that's even good compared to most of you, ladies and gentlemen. So, half the time you guys are roboting and all kinds of weird shit. Oh, Flora may not be able to come back on. What's he saying here? Oh, he's gonna be back in a minute. All right, I'll give it a second then, and let him hop back on here. I think I am gonna get a drink though.
I'm
I
gonna
think that
go out and
water.
water, and I'll do a little garden tour.
Oh, go for it. Right on. I'll take the opportunity to pop off here for just a second.
Popping your mom.
Like she likes it.
Yeah.
So if anybody hops on, just made you guys co-host D and Couch Flyer. If you guys could please keep the notices or keep an eye on the notices because I don't want someone to have to wait 5 or 10 minutes or something like last time.
Yeah, I'll
I'll
put
be
the
back in a couple
donger on.
minutes here. Talk amongst yourselves.
So I realized what happened. It was you never made me co-host last time, but anyways. Cheers, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great night. I'm gonna make a hot coffee. I need to wake up. Doc, is there any hot coffee on the train? Doc's gone away for a minute, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Couch Flyer. Hi, Lightning. Hello, Chad.
So D, when you come down to New York, you got to hook up. I'll take you to a couple of good Indian restaurants.
Danyawa. Oh, TK Danyawa. Couch Flyer.
Yeah, we
He's
have.
okay.
What happened to the doctor? I thought he was supposed to be showing.
I don't know. Oh, I have the ding donger on so Flora doesn't get locked out. Hold on, let me put the ding dong on. Doorbell. Host tools. Whoops. Meeting settings. There it is.
Okay,
There he
it's
is.
dark out here, so I don't know if you're gonna see anything.
No, it's pretty dark, Doc. It's nighttime.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see a,
But
you see a speck.
I got a
Is that,
water.
is that an
I got a
alien?
water because it hasn't rained that much. It sprinkled the other day. We're supposed to get rain. It didn't do it, so I didn't water for a few days. And
Yeah,
tomorrow's supposed to be 70. So
nice.
um,
Hi, baby.
this might be a little better here to see. But I got to water, and then I'll come back in, and I'll be in um, studio. Okay, I'll be back a little later.
All right.
I'm just chasing my cat around. It's being weird. What do you want? There you are. Aw, good girl. Alright, let's see what's going on. Whoa. Cheers, Jeff. Cheers, Corey. Johnny Five. Still alive. Hop on, guys. Come hang out. I'm gonna make a coffee. Have some Tim Hortons. Not sponsored, by the way. But you know who is sponsored? These nuts. These nuts is a sponsor for these
They're
nuts.
hot and salty.
That's right. Uh, Cheers, everybody in chat. But go ahead.
Get your hot, salty nuts.
That's right.
Yeah.
What happened to Jay What happened to Doctor?
I don't know. I'm getting sick of hearing myself breathing. I wish somebody'd jump on here.
I could say something funny about that silent truth, but I won't. Mr. Mom. But I won't, buddy. Cheers, everybody in chat. I don't know, what's going on. Show off my rest of my food. I usually get 3 meals out of my Indian food. Well, this thing anyways. This one dish. The spicy chicken dish. And I got enough for one more meal. Whew, it's full of spice. Let me turn this stupid thing off. Oh, there's Shumi. Shumi's back. I'm gonna make him hungry. Watch.
What did I do? I made you. Oh, you're gonna make us hungry?
Yeah.
Was it butter chicken or what?
No, it's it's a really spicy chicken
Oh,
dish,
like
and they
vindaloo
use,
maybe.
no, not vindaloo. It's, I forget the name of it. It's the place, the restaurant I go to is as a family-owned restaurant, and it's like a mother's dish, a mom's dish they used to make. She used to make for the family. Anyways, it's really good. It's really
Right on.
spicy. They use Thai chilies in it. It's really good.
Good to hear it.
Back to you.
Oh, mainly back to you guys. I'm just hopping on for a quick little joint. You guys should hop on here, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't be a dick, don't
Cheers,
show your dick, don't be a lunatic. This show is supposed to be for you guys to hop on here to enjoy conversation with fellow herb friends, as it were. It's supposed to be a place where even if we don't all like each other necessarily, we can pretend to be friends, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know. I've never understood all the weird bad vibes with people. But whatever, it is what it is. Some people are just honestly antisocial. I think that's the thing that bothers me the most, honestly, about cannabis community is I think a lot of these guys are just super antisocial. Here comes Flora again. There we go. Hopefully his audio works this time. Why doll worry? Why fuck am I reading that right? Why doll? Cheers, Flora. Why doll worry? Fuck, am I saying that right? Why do you all worry? Why do you all worry? Maybe
What?
that. Maybe why do you I'm trying to read this new name in the chat. By the way, welcome. And I'm
Hello?
like, okay, why do you fuck, misread it for the whole time. Why do I worry? It wasn't an L, it was an I. Why do I worry? Right on. Welcome. And what's worse is, why do I worry is eating some mushrooms right now. So they're probably like, what the fuck's going on right now? Why are they talking about me? What's going on, Flora?
Oh, not much.
And by the way, we can hear you this time.
Little brother asked me to come check on his dog, so we're at his house for a little bit while he's gone.
Right on.
So I'm just like, nothing to do. Show's on.
There you go. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Honestly, is one of the more annoying things about having a dog is that you really have to be very careful about how long you leave them at home. You can't leave them at home that long, on and on and on and on. So you really can't travel much anymore, or if you do, you're gonna have to take it to a dog sitter or a dog boarding place. Some dogs really don't like that at all. Just on and on and on. It's a fucking endless nightmare with a goddamn dog. But I guess
His dog appears like a very stubborn horse, like it's a one-person dog kind of
huh,
thing.
huh.
Because I try him like, hey, you want to go outside? It just
Dog's like,
looks
nah.
looks at you. You
That's
like go to
funny.
grab him and he growls at you.
Huh.
Like
I'm
that.
lucky that I've never had, like, when I say that this guy's needy, because I was saying before you hopped on the show that he has been quite needy, because it's about not quite 9.5 months. Actually, it's a little over nine, just a little bit over 9 months old. And he's been going through like a teenage phase. And it's just, oh my God, it's been driving me on my last fucking nerve, to be honest. But he's finally chilled out in the last few days. Where was I going to with that? Oh, I lost my train of thought completely. Um, Hell on a bell. I forget exactly what I was talking about. What do you got there? I guess we'll change the
So
subject. Is that rosin?
on my way over here, I was like, hey, I'm gonna need some dabs, right? So
Nice.
go somewhere and need some dabs if I don't
You
have
know
any.
what? I could totally have
So
a dab
stopped in
before
at
I even
this
have this joint.
stopped in at this I don't know, some dispensary off the freeway. It doesn't really matter. And they had something called Kim 98. I've never heard of Kim 98,
Hmm.
so took a dab of it, and it's like super like kiwi flavor. Like, it's bizarre. I don't even know if Kim 98 is a real thing
I
because
was gonna say maybe it's a cross of Chem
because we
91 and 98 Bubba Kush.
that's
But all of a
possible.
sudden it tastes like kiwis, so that's interesting.
Hey, that's very possible because
Hmm.
it the Kim 4 and the Kim D and the Kim 91 VA and the Kim 91 and those are like the ones that are real. So yeah, it definitely could be a cross.
Hmm.
You're right. Free 98 Bubba, that makes sense. That's where the 98 would come from. Okay, I might have to look that up. I don't have not
I
on a
mean, these
computer.
days
So
it's the weed community, so it could literally just be something that they pulled out of their ass. But, if there is any logic to it, that would be my logic. Dang it, this is
that would
not
be
going to
pretty
come out in
cool.
one piece.
That'd be pretty cool. I thought it's Bubba used to get like earthy and chocolate kind of notes. I never got
Hmm.
Kim. I got Kim, but I never got any kiwi out of any Kim or Bubba. But who knows? Like you said, this cannabis world is they do name changes and they name who knows? Who knows?
I'm blanking now on who this was, but I vividly remember actually having a guest on my show. So a guest that it wasn't Katsu. Maybe it was Katsu. I don't think it was Katsu. Somebody talking about like Hindu or Bubba, I want to say it was. That's why I'm talking about this, I think. Anyway, the story was they pulled out a bunch of fruit like papaya and stuff out of it, but I can't remember who it was.
Out of Bubba's?
So Sam, I'm like remembering half the story. So I don't now I wish
Well,
I
you'll
had honestly not
remember.
said it maybe because I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, you probably remember at 3 a.m.
Hmm.
Mm.
Sounds like way before my time. Hear me.
Well, but I mean, you've been on here basically pretty much from the friggin' beginning. I don't know, maybe I'm making it up. I don't know.
Well, you were on other
Weird.
shows too.
Pardon? Yeah, that's true. We had the Embracing Organics show.
Yeah.
Maybe it was something from that. That's possible. What have you been up to, Flora?
Uh, well, had to move again, so now I'm like basically Eastern Oregon.
Oh, for real? No
Yeah,
kidding. Huh.
yeah. So
But how do you like
we'll
Eastern
talk.
Oregon?
Yeah, we'll talk about more of that offline. But it's fucking hot.
Oh, yeah, yeah, this
I
time of the
basically,
year.
I basically
Yeah.
feel like I'm in California again.
Wow. Yeah.
It's
In the winter,
identical.
it'll be chilly, but yeah, I guess in the summer, it gets kind of fucking hot.
Like right now, it feels just. I might as well have stayed in fucking Palm
Are the
Springs.
watermelons just ridiculously cheap on your side of the state, by the way?
Oh, the
Because
Hermiston watermelons,
yeah,
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 they're
yeah.
pretty cheap.
Because over here, everyone freaks out for the Hermiston watermelons because famously it's so hot, they grow really well.
Got this
Uh,
really awesome, like almost like they're so dark green, they're almost black.
yeah, and they're
Fucking
just
awesome.
incredibly juicy and sweet and
Sweet.
everything. Oh, they're
Yeah.
just amazing, just absolutely amazing. And by the way, an incredible visualization. Like many of us when we were kids still ate seeded watermelons.
Mhm.
It used to be you'd find seeded watermelons and seedless, and the seeded were a little bit cheaper, not that much cheaper,
Yeah, yeah.
surprisingly. But because you still have to grow fucking watermelon. But a lot of people preferred the seeded watermelon. But believe it or not, some people preferred the seeded watermelons, right? And it was a whole experience with spitting the seeds and stuff. Now I imagine like millennials and zennials and stuff haven't even had a watermelon that you have seeds that you can spit out of, right? Anyway, in our lifetime, we've seen plant selection basically by, in many cases, probably large agribusinesses, unfortunately. But, I guess the benefit of it is that they've had thousands of plants, tens of thousands of plants to select through. And wouldn't you know it, we got these fucking watermelons that basically you see the seeds, but you can't even really perceive them at all. Oh, nice. Right on. Look at the dog.
Yeah, there he is.
What's up, dog? He's like,
What's up?
I don't know what's going on, dude. I don't know. Are they talking to me? My
Yeah.
dog is right there. You can't see him though. He's looking at me though. His head is right there. He's like, what's going on, bro? Fuck was I just talking about?
Put it on the internet. No, I'm just like
Speaking of
whatever.
which, I need to go get a Hermiston watermelon tonight. I'm gonna go to the grocery store. I need to
So
pick up a fucking
Damn.
they have
watermelon.
they have a few different ones too, because like they have like the small one, personal black ones, which are pretty cool, and
Oh,
the bigger one.
personal Hermiston melons? I don't think I've ever seen one of those.
Yeah, they sell them
Okay.
here.
Fancy.
Wow.
Yeah, personal
See what
stuff.
I'm saying? When you're close to the source, you get all the weird shit. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
You probably have those square watermelons that they grow in boxes and shit in
I
Japan.
haven't seen a Japanese style one. I have seen, but it
Oh.
was really cool to see like a small personal Hermiston for like $3.
That's funny.
Yeah.
To be honest, they're not that much more expensive here. Like I couldn't believe it. I bought a big fucking melon the other day, and it was a Hermiston watermelon, and I think I spent $4 for it. I mean, it was literally like 15 pounds or
Wow.
some shit.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
crazy.
absurdly cheap. Yeah.
In California, it was so expensive for watermelon,
Mm-hmm.
but then again, pretty far away.
Mm-hmm. Which is again surprising. I mean, I guess it's a water intensive crop. I don't know what it is, but well, yeah, Hermiston melons and stuff, you're right. But even just like regular watermelons, I don't remember ever seeing cheap watermelons in Costco, for example, in Burbank. Like they were always pretty expensive. Uh like close to $1 a pound or something. Like here it'll be like 20 cents a pound or 15
Yeah,
cents a pound for a
yeah, it's
fucking
really cheap.
watermelon. Yeah, it's absurd. Cheers, Red Setter Farm, by the way. Red Setter Farm is saying it's currently in the 40s here in Michigan. Fahrenheit. Holy cow.
It's pretty cold.
40 degrees. Yeah, that's close to freezing. What the absolute F for
It's
all
like
of our
negative church.
non-Fahrenheit people. It's kind of ridiculous here. And then I guess Canada, you guys do Fahrenheit mostly too, right, D? D might have just stepped away.
I think they're Celsius.
Sorry,
Are
I
they?
was yeah, I was muted. We're Celsius.
Are you really?
Yeah,
So
but I
when you and your wife or your mom are talking about the weather, you say in Celsius, oh, it's 22 degrees today.
yeah,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
but I
Uh,
I converted for all you guys here because most of you guys are American.
has that just changed in the last 20, 30 years? Because I want to say that Canada used to be a lot more like between the two systems.
No, it's 55 here, by the way.
It's 55 Celsius, so you guys are all fucking sweating
No,
like crazy.
Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit.
Oh, you're freezing now.
Yeah,
It just seems pretty cold,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
What was it today? It
Cold.
was we got a nice relief heat wave last week. We're
So
gonna have
is
a
your
heat wave
mom.
next week. Nice.
like
But
one
last couple days was only like 75, 76. I think it's going to go up in the next couple days. And then again, next week it's going to be like 95 again, which is kind of
I wish
crazy.
it was hot weather here.
I know, right? Like we'd be happy to give you
Oh,
all that heat.
I'd be happy with 110, 120.
Jesus. Yeah, you should move to Eastern Oregon or southeastern Oregon. That's where you'd be happiest. Oh my God. Desert
Get my
shit. Actually, very beautiful place, by the way.
get myself some of them black watermelons.
That's it.
Oh, you'll like them. They're good. Really sweet.
That sounds good.
Oh,
What
they're
did you
incredible.
say? What did you say that place was to me? Where once a year in the fall, it's the forest. It's like a big happy face.
Oh yeah, it's not even that
That's in
far.
Oregon.
I think the town is technically Grand Ronde, but
Uh-huh.
it's up in the hills. The, the dude is so he's not like just some mom and pop forest guy. Actually, the dude owns like a forest company, but he's not one of the shithead ones, I guess. There's plenty of ones that are shitheads. He planted ash in the fir forest or whatever. So basically, the deciduous tree turns yellow and then loses its leaves, but the fir it's what's the word for it? The opposite of deciduous. Jesus fucking Christ. Coniferous keeps its leaves all year. So long story short, you see this happy face, and especially in the fall, basically when the again, I can't think of which fucking tree it is. I could show it here in a second, but it's a huge happy face, and as you're driving, you can see
Douglas
it
fir and
better as
larch.
you're driving. Larch, you said?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And you can see it better driving west than you can east. Because if you see it driving east, you'll just have to turn your head left. And so, like, the driver and stuff won't be able to see it. But if you're driving west, you can see it super, super well because the hill the reason why you have to look so far left is because it's kind of angled on the hill a little bit. Yeah, 100%. But as you're driving west on, fuck, is that Highway 22 to the coast? I don't remember right now. 18 or 22. Look it up on the fucking map. It passes by the Spirit Mountain Casino that's in Grand Ronde.
Where's this at?
Here in the Willamette Valley, basically
Oh,
about you could say it's closer to Salem, honestly, than it is to Portland, but it's basically
I-5
about like
corridor?
an hour and a half from Portland. Pardon?
I-5 corridor?
Yeah, but it's off I-5. It's kind of on the way to the coast. I guess you could say that. It's a little bit on the way to the coast. Believe it or not, it's not that far from I-5. That's what I'm saying. Not all that far from Salem. I think you could probably get there in 15 minutes from Salem, to be perfectly honest, maybe 20 minutes from Salem, but it's off I-5. It's over in the kind of the boonies on the way to the coast. Oh, I was going to do a dab.
Bought some oleum crystals also. This is one of Washington's. This is basically like their diamonds and some juice, basically.
I really want to
Norwegian
try
goose
that
juice.
Piatella hash that people are talking about lately.
Oh
That
yeah,
shit looks amazing.
that's where the fuck is that at?
Cold cured.
Yeah,
They
but
do sell some of it. Well, it is technically a
what was
brand
it?
name, but the
Michigan or
cold
something?
cured.
Was it
Uh,
Michigan or somewhere over there? I
I want
thought.
to
Or
say
that was,
yeah, yeah. I want to say that. Uh, I think it was. Oh no, now I'm confused
or
because
was
at
it
first I thought it
Colorado?
was invented in Barcelona, but I think actually no. I think it was just a fucking group in Michigan that invented it.
Well, there was some
But
guy.
they
There was
do
some
something very
website.
similar in Barcelona that I'm forgetting the name of. Pardon?
There was a video I seen maybe 6 months ago. That was showing like the whole process, how to
Low
make
Temp.
it,
Yeah, Low Temp has had. He's
and it
exploded. I think he had a video on it. Yeah.
looks pretty awesome. But yeah, that's never come across my that's never been available yet to me.
Um, Basically just cold cured rosin. There's a little bit more to it than that, but
Which
cold
we've all
cured
had.
double hash.
We've
Uh,
all had cold cured rosin, which I actually like. Some people don't like it. Some people do. I don't know.
what didn't you like about it? I don't know. You
Oh no,
liked it, but
I do like cold cured, but I know a lot of people that just don't like it. They want
I
all
wonder why.
they want dry sif. They want
Oh, I
freaking
got you. I
rosin.
got you.
Oh, we're
This
not
is
gonna
not good
do
enough
it.
or something.
Yeah, they're too bougie. They're not gonna do anything that's carbon.
Gosh, you guys are so lucky in Michigan. Red Setter Farm says we had a great hash event today in Irish Hills, Michigan. That's amazing.
Seems like Michigan is like the new California with the weed culture.
It really does, yeah.
Because
People have said that a bunch.
there's so much going on there, and there's so
Yeah.
many people there.
Yeah,
And they
they're
can do.
constantly having events and everything, and it seems like you
Yeah,
said, that the old vibe of the California kind of scene, it was so loosey-goosey. People were just doing their own thing, blah blah blah, having a fun time, on and on and on. It seems like Michigan is the place, and they've tried to shut it down a
Get a
bunch of times,
mooey.
right? But I think so far they're surviving.
yeah. And it's pretty kind of centrally located, so when they have an
Mm.
event, like the East Coast, it's not hard for them to get there. It's not hard for Midwest to get there. For us, it's fucking a trek, but everything's a trek
Yeah.
for us. But yeah,
People don't realize how big the West Coast is. Like the East Coast, all these guys, Dr. Lee Alone, all these guys are talking about, oh, I go to Vermont, I go to fucking this, I go to that. Like it's literally like 100 miles to these different states, right? Like if you're in Oregon and you drive 100 miles, you're still in the middle of Oregon. If you're
Yeah.
in California, it's even worse.
Oh
California
yeah.
itself
It's
is like
2 days.
700 fucking miles long. So, it's just ridiculous.
That's like
Yeah.
12 from the coast to coast, I think, or 11, something crazy. Like from San Diego to Portland, it's pretty far.
Uh,
Look that up.
San Diego is even farther. Yeah, San Diego is like 2.5 hours from Los Angeles. So that would be almost 20 hours of driving, solid. The longest that I've ever driven in one shot was literally from Los Angeles to Seattle and then back to Portland in one day, in one contiguous day. It was fucking rough. We left Los Angeles and we had to go to the passport office in Seattle, and then we had to go back to Portland because we were leaving from Portland. And I was the only one that could drive. So that was a long fucking day. It was because it normally takes, without stops, it takes 17 hours to get from Los Angeles to, and without traffic, by the way, 17 hours from Los Angeles to Portland. And then, of course, another about 2.5 hours, 2 3/4 hours to get to Seattle. And then, of course, back another 2 3/4 hours. Jesus fucking Christ, that was a long fucking day. And we stopped at the passport office. Jesus H. Christ. But yeah, and then in Massachusetts, I'd be like, oh yeah, I drove to New York City. It took me about 15.5 minutes. I'm kidding, of course, but still. All right, I'm gonna take a dab. Is everybody else gone? Is it just Flora and me now? Dr. Libby alone was allegedly gonna do a garden tour, but I think he maybe have got lost.
I'm here.
Right
I'm
on,
here.
D.
I'm just off screen. I'm on
Gotcha.
the YouTube chat.
Gotcha.
I'm rolling.
Yeah, that's true, Red Setter. He says just south of the 45th parallel is great cannabis growing outdoor, also great wine country. It's one of the reasons why Oregon excels at wine because it's basically on the same parallel as France. France, uh,
Uh-huh.
similar weather too, actually, in the Willamette Valley to a lot of the places where they grow, for example, Pinot Noir and stuff.
Mm.
Um, but obviously, France itself has different climates too. The south of France is a lot hotter than the north of France, for example, and there's coastal regions in France as well. Same thing with Spain. Spain has some
It's
places that, like in the upper corner, it's like constantly getting pounded by water,
in Oregon.
whereas there's
It's
places
like
it's
your
desert
mother.
basically. Nice. What's that for?
So Oregon's a very different animal as well, because like there's not very many places that like seaside Oregon where it's just fucking so cloudy you can't see for like months on end. Like that just doesn't exist anywhere else.
Uh, it's such an interesting thing because people are always surprised to see this, but then when they actually do it, they actually see why it's enjoyable. There's a lot of people who are what do they call them? Storm chasers, I think is the word for it. They
Mm-hmm.
literally go to the coast to watch the storms. They go to watch the rain and the storms and the ocean just roiling. Like people are always surprised, like, why don't you go there on a sunny day or something? And they're like, well, we like to see the majesty of the ocean and stuff. And actually, a lot of times people get it because you see this incredible power, the fucking driving rain and the clouds, they're the ominous clouds, and because there's nothing behind the clouds to the horizon. Basically, a lot of times they look kind of backlit, so they have this real like drama to them. Uh, yeah, it's really
But
something else. So it's kind of unusual. I guess I'll finish my thought to say that it's unusual that people would come to the coast and stay at the coast to watch the fucking rain. But you could do that at Seaside because it rains so often. Go ahead.
it rains, it's foggy. Oregon's just different because it's weird because if you're coming from California, like Eureka, it's pretty fucking hot, warm all the time. Like in the summer, most of the year, unless it's winter, right? It's always fucking warm. And like you get into Oregon, it gets cold like pretty quick, like maybe 100 miles in. It's like a different animal. But then when you get to Washington, I don't know, it's just different. Oregon feels cold to me, cold and wet. Except for this side. This side's fucking hot. It's like fucking California. I mean, literally
Right on.
same temperatures as Joshua Tree, same humidity. It's like
Sounds
12.
good to me.
I'm 1,200 miles away. It's weird. Anyway, I'm not bitching. Just observing. Who's got
There
the
is a difference. I think you're right. It's the combination of barometric pressure, because a lot of times we don't even pay attention to barometric pressure, humidity, and the temperature swing on the day. And I remember noticing this years ago because I used to walk my dog all the time. I mean, I obviously still walk my dog, but I would religiously walk my dog that passed away. And I had obviously walked him at home. I mean, I basically drove back and forth to Portland and Los Angeles fairly often. So I had walked him, I think, the night before in Portland, and it was an unseasonably warm night. It was, I don't remember what time of the year, but it was maybe, let's say, March or something. And so it was a slightly warm for the season day where it was like 60 degrees. And so I was wearing a t-shirt basically because I was like, oh my God, it's so warm out today. And I was literally walking my dog in the evening, actually, like 9 o'clock or something. It had already fallen, maybe in the 50s, walking my dog in a t-shirt, feeling just fine. The next day, I drove to Los Angeles and I did it in one shot. And the next evening, I'm walking my dog in Los Angeles, in Hollywood, and it's 60 degrees. And I'm walking and I'm freezing because I'm in a t-shirt. And I can't remember if I had shorts or pants on, but I think I was almost in the same exact clothes that I was in Portland. And all of a sudden, I was freezing. And I was like, what in the absolute skull fuck is this
It's
shit?
weird, isn't it?
Like I was literally in Portland in 60 degrees yesterday, the same fucking
Yeah.
temperature, and I was fine. And I think the real difference is that the previous day it wasn't 100 degrees during the day. And when I was driving, sometimes I drive with the window open, da 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 da. I like the wind and stuff. And so it was a
Yeah,
warm
weird.
day. Or
I
when I
do.
would
I
get
run
out to pump my
HC with
gas, like it
window.
was
Right.
obviously 100 degrees, da da da. Whatever it was, I don't know. Somehow my body sensed the heat or something of the day, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, the temperature shift. This is my hypothesis anyway. The temperature shift is basically what affected me. I also noticed when I was in Israel, when I was most of the time I was there, I was in Tiberias, which is actually, I think, below sea level. I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's below sea level because the Sea of Galilee for sure is below sea level. And like it float eventually float. No, does it float in the Dead Sea? Anyway, regardless, the Dead Sea is way below sea level, right? It's like Death Valley. It's way below sea level. It's basically the reason why it's so hot. So anyway, Tiberias wasn't that overwhelmingly hot. It was definitely hotter than Oregon at the time. So when I went there, it was like what, October, November, something, and it was still like 90, 95 degrees or something. But Oregon was already, I don't know, 65 or something. So it was definitely hotter than that. But the difference is the barometric pressure was crazy high and it was also much more humid. So it felt like oppressively fucking hot for me the whole time that I was there, basically. I finally got used to it towards the end, but I noticed that basically not only the humidity, but the fucking weirdly high barometric pressure just really messed with me for some reason. I guess I just wasn't used to it. I don't know. Because I most of the time I'm above sea level. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I wouldn't even have thought that I would notice that. But for some reason, I did. I couldn't stand it.
That is interesting too, because where I was at in California, I was just above Palm Springs, like Joshua Tree almost. So it was like around, I don't know, 3,800 feet or so where I was my exact spot. And yeah, when we get like 70, it would feel freezing. But I come to Washington, it's like, 50, when it's like 50 degrees, and I'm like, I feel good, feels good. But then again,
Yeah.
there's sea
Isn't
level.
that funny?
So at two,
Yeah, and I remember
3,000
how
feet, that 3,000 feet is a big deal apparently to us humans.
yep. I remember how Green Fingers was talking about how it was like 120 degrees or some shit during
Oh
the
yeah,
daytime.
yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Where he's at in the low desert, like out, so he's basically he's a little bit. So if you're on the 15,
Very
he's
well.
basically past Coachella. So he's like
Uh,
super hot. He's where it gets really.
I gotcha.
It's real desert out there.
Uh,
Yeah, it's because the Colorado and the Mojave Desert meet right there. So you got like
I'm always
two different
fascinated.
desert
Like I
climates.
wouldn't find Palm Desert an attractive place to hang out, but that's where all the rich celebrities live and shit. Whatever.
Well, when it's freezing cold everywhere else
I
in
guess that's true. In the
January and
wintertime, it's probably
raining.
wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, when it's freezing cold and raining in January and everywhere else, it's like 80 degrees there. 90, not 85 degrees. I mean, we've had 90-degree Januaries before,
Hmm.
just in the past few years. So it's It's definitely different. So it's like, but you gotta be wanting that. Not everybody
That's
wants that.
awesome.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
do
D would love it. Yeah. You should move. Yeah,
all
you should
year
move down there,
round.
D.
Some
Be
people
great.
want, like, I think most people probably ideally want 4 seasons. I don't
No,
think anybody wants just all summer, all year round. But if you
D
do,
wants all
yes.
summer, all year round.
Oh, well, then
yes, I do. Fuck
Southern California.
pollution.
Like, ideally, if you have money, Orange County is where you want to go.
No, I don't.
Why not?
No,
But if you
well,
don't have
wait.
money, if you
Well,
don't have
I
money,
will. I will have
Arizona.
money tonight when I win the lottery.
That's right.
Well, when you win the lottery, you need to check out San Clemente. It's pretty dope.
That's it. Go down to Mexico. Oh my goodness.
I
Uh,
never come back.
what's that? What's the armpit of the Baja
San Diego.
Peninsula? What is it? Just right south of Arizona. A lot of people don't even realize it. It's like literally like 2 hours from Phoenix. Basically, you can go to the beach in Mexico, and people are like, "What? You can't go to the beach in Mexico." When you look at the fucking
Oh,
map, yes, of course you can. The
yeah.
Gulf of Baja. What is it called?
It's
Yeah, I
not
guess it's the
Cancun
Gulf of
area, is
Baja.
it?
The very top of it basically is obviously still Mexico. It's a little fairly narrow strip. It's where the Colorado River used to come out, I think, but it hasn't for a long time because everyone
No,
just
the
fucking
dam.
sucks all the water out, right? But so once upon a time it was the Colorado River Delta, but it's still a relatively lush area that is beautiful and beaches and fishing and all kinds of stuff. Fairly moderate weather.
Yeah,
Red Set
I
of
don't know.
Farms. Go ahead.
Huntington Beach. It's nothing like Huntington Beach and like just any of the SoCal beaches. Like there's just Manhattan Beach.
Huntington Beach
Like
has an amazing dog park too.
yeah, Manhattan Beach I like a lot. Like I don't know, it's just something. There's a charm about those. When you go up north, like it's just so fucking cold. Fucking
Mm.
beaches are rocky. It's not as sandy. Like it's just not. It's not the. It's the same ocean, but it ain't the same thing.
Yeah, the ocean is cold up here.
Cold as
When
hell,
people go into the water, they have to wear wetsuits and stuff. Yeah, it's cold as fuck.
and the beaches are rocky. They're not. It's not the same kind of sand.
Oh, we got sandy beaches for sure. Like Seaside has sandy beaches, and then Southern
It
Oregon, for
does.
example,
Seaside, yeah.
Florence has sandy beaches. Florence actually has sand dunes and stuff. It's famous for dune buggies and stuff. But you're right, we got a lot of rocky beaches. Um,
Canada,
It's
Actually,
not.
my favorite beaches have always been the rocky beaches because they have tide pools and stuff. They're really cool.
Yeah, they're
Canada
not.
has Canada has oceans, an ocean connects to the ocean as well, out in Newfoundland, but it's freezing too.
Uh, Oh, that's true. I guess
I,
technically, I guess it's a bay. I was thinking like Hudson Bay and stuff. Like, well, technically, it's not the ocean, but yeah, it's like a
Atlantic,
saltwater bay, right?
so fucking
Um,
cold. You
yeah,
bet.
it's
It's
got to be
so
freezing
cold.
fucking cold, 100%.
yeah,
And then, of course, obviously on the West Coast, you guys have mostly BC. Yeah, I guess British Columbia pretty much connects
Yeah, British Columbia is on the
to the
Pacific,
Pacific.
right above Washington.
And then technically, you guys are all fighting over who has the Northwest Passage 10 years from now or 15 years from
that's
now
right.
when all the ice melts. But
But
That's right.
water above water is the same thing as Oregon out here. I mean, out where in Vancouver. I mean, it's water is probably what 40 degrees or something. It's freezing.
oh, in BC, yeah, it's even colder.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The nice
That's
thing up there
bad.
is that it's I can't say it's less fished because actually the believe it or not the fishing industry primarily all
It's,
comes from Seattle and then goes up to Alaska to take their fish and then comes back. So it's not like they're not
That's
fished,
right.
but it's a little bit less fish than it is in the US and a little bit less polluted. Uh, uh, I mean, the West Coast is less polluted than the East Coast for sure, but it's still like there's worse and better parts on the West Coast. So anyway, long story short, you have a better chance of salmon and stuff like that. Especially since the last couple of years, actually, a lot of the salmon runs on the West Coast in the U.S. have been shut down due to lack of fish, actually. What am I trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say exactly. Just that the water's cold there. I don't know. I wish we fucking took better care of the goddamn world. It's really
not a lot
frustrating.
of
Everything seems to be going to shit. Like so if you like fishing, you're like, God damn it. Like one of these days we're not going to be able to fish for salmon at all anymore because they're just going to be gone. What's that, Flora?
so I saw a lot of over when I was over on Bainbridge. I saw a lot of protesting signs for no Snake River Dam. I guess It's weird because the Snake River is nowhere near there, but the fish must
Well, the Snake
spawn
River,
out.
it's a huge river, and the Columbia River is a huge river, and salmon, not only salmon, trout, steelhead are a form of trout,
Yeah, they all go swim back home.
lampreys,
Yeah,
sturgeon, and I'm forgetting a couple of the other fish and there were several different salmon, by the way. There were
yeah, but
Chinook, coho,
they
king
don't want.
salmon.
They're
I don't know.
protesting to
Chinook is the
have
same thing as a king salmon. Coho, uh, fucking duck on um
sockeye.
motherfucker, sockeye salmon. All of those had runs pretty much in every river on
Okay.
the West Coast. And the Columbia River being actually a very major river, believe it or not, it maybe doesn't look like it on the map, but it's actually a very deep river, and so there's a lot of like water flow and stuff. So it's a fairly fast flowing river. Anyway, it's a major tributary, basically all the way up into Canada. And the Snake River is arguably its biggest tributary, basically, and it meets essentially on the border of Oregon and Idaho, and then basically at the top it joins the Columbia, and Bob's your uncle. Anyway, when they dammed the Snake River, that was the end of all those runs, basically, for the salmon,
Okay.
steelhead, trout, sturgeon, all of it.
Okay,
And
so that's
back
why
then
all
they
the
didn't give a
people.
fuck. And so they would like to very much. Dams are terrible for the environment, actually.
Yeah,
And although it's been tremendous for hydroelectric power to be cheap on the West Coast and everything else,
yeah, but
people
you're
have realized
diverting.
there's all kinds of things you could do to improve those dams and still actually not destroy entire runs of fish. So a lot of
China.
people actually are really pro dam removal. And to be honest, I'm actually pro too. I'm not some
No,
big advocate or
uh,
whatever, but I love fishing and I love fish. So for me, like it's the fish runs are far more important than these vestigial dams. Go ahead.
yeah, China is having a big learning lesson right now on that
With
because
the
they've
Three
been
Gorges Dam,
diverting
yeah.
like
Hmm.
yeah,
Mhm.
like whole cities and everything, and like it's
Oh,
horrible for them
they
right
killed
now. So
basically
yeah,
their entire archaeological history too. Yeah, like their golden place where their civilization basically came apart. They just flooded it pretty much. Yeah.
yeah, it's but yeah, damn, but yeah, so I can see why that's what they want to get rid of the Snake River Dam is what they're protesting, I
Mm.
guess. Because it's also the Snake River Dam with a no, and I'm like, isn't there already a dam there? But I guess yeah, it would make sense they're just trying to get
Yeah,
rid
they
of
want to
it.
get rid of it, and they've actually gotten rid of most of the dams around the Pacific Northwest. Believe it or not, a lot of people are like, "What a stupid idea!" Well, no, actually, they've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah,
Dams have to be maintained. You can't. They don't last forever, and dams are actually quite expensive to maintain. So a lot of times, people will just shut them down. Also, they can be quite dangerous. There were a lot of what are they called? Fuck a duck. A lot of smaller dams because
Hey,
people always
Moo.
forget that there were a lot of smaller tributaries that also had salmon runs and everything else. Um, what did you say, D?
Now, was that a dam or was that a god dam?
No, I'm trying to think of what they're these little half dams, and they almost look like nothing basically when you walk by them. Kids will a lot of times like play next to them and stuff, but they're actually super fucking dangerous because they're basically um,
well, they're like
the
hydro.
water looks like it just slopes over and just kind of, and it looks very placid. And if you were in a kayak or something, you can just float right over it. You would never notice. But if you were a person swimming over it, you would basically get churned underneath, and it's a washing machine. Essentially, the current becomes a washing machine. Anyway, these dams were very useful for a few different things. I don't even remember what they were all used for, and they were on every fucking river in the country for years. And not only did they drown lots of people, like kids didn't realize how dangerous they were and all this kind of stuff, but they would fuck the environment from six ways to Sunday. So anyway, a lot of them have been dynamited. And so you'll go around, you'll see these like ruins of these shitty old dams on a river, and you'll be like, what the fuck happened here? Looks like someone had a grenade fight. No, they intentionally removed this shitty, dangerous dam. So I can't think of the name for them.
What a shitty remake.
Yeah, shitty dam. Like shitty walk.
No more shitty dam.
Let's see if I can quickly find it.
Shitty walk.
Jeez.
They have a lot of shitty walks in California.
Oh, shitty walk. Take order, please.
Lots of them. They're in the malls, just about every mall.
You want shitty chicken? You want shitty beef?
Lowhead Dams, I think they're called. We got a picture here.
I say the same thing about your mom, but I want your mom to do.
Lowhead Dams.
Yeah, I
Heard she
tried.
turns. I heard she turns like a washing machine.
There you go. Thanks, nice
Spinner.
save.
Here we go. Here's some pictures. Come on, computer. There we go. They don't look like much of much. You'll see basically that. You'll see these kind of just rolling whatever. It just looks like fucking nothing. You know what I mean? Like this right here doesn't look like anything, right? Like you look at that, you're like, meh, whatever, no big deal. But basically what it is that, and then essentially it's creating this like washing machine current. And essentially stuff gets stuck there. And don't forget, you won't be the only thing that's stuck there. You'll basically be rotating with logs and rocks and everything else, and it'll beat the shit out of you before you know it. Famously,
Yeah,
people will
that,
just
that
get like
definitely.
obliterated, and even if someone can pull you out in time, because if someone jumps in after you, they're just going to get the shit beat out of them. People, a lot of times when they get pulled out, all their bones are broken and stuff. It's fucking rough.
That can't be
So,
good for fish.
nope, not at all. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
crazy.
Are those on the Columbia?
Oh, they're all over the place, dude. They used to have them on all. They would be on. They wouldn't be on a big like a big river like the Columbia, but they would be on the Columbia's tributaries. So, for example, what are some tributaries here? Here, I'll just look up Google Maps.
Like Yakima River?
100%. Yeah, all those little, and Yakima might be big enough that it would have actual dams, but like up above, let me see here. All right, where are we at? Here, let's zoom out a little bit. Let's go to, I mean, I don't have to
Anyway,
go far. Like if
anyway,
I'm in the
maybe
Portland area, here I
before I
can even
forget,
go to
maybe we could
Vancouver. Yeah,
say
like
maybe we could.
go ahead, sorry.
I'm saying now that the location's changed, maybe we could like meet in a Dalles or something.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Washougal River would for sure have a bunch of low head dams. That's basically up into Washington that goes to the Columbia River. I guess I could show you. So zooming out, the Columbia River is a fairly big river that basically delineates Oregon and Washington. So for people who are not from here or are terrible with geography, this is Oregon. Obviously, it says Oregon, and then there's Washington. And fuck it, if you can read it, it says it. And the border between them is primarily, it changes a little bit, but primarily the Columbia River. And then on the east, basically where it goes to Idaho, where are we at here? Come on. There we go. The east, some of it is just straight lines. A surveyor somewhere said it's this parallel and this fucking perpendicular, da 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 da. But then basically up above, it's basically the Columbia River, or the Snake River, essentially. And the Snake River meets the, where is it again? The Snake River goes up, 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 up. I think it meets in Pasco. Where is it exactly?
Yeah, somewhere around Pasco or Richland,
Yeah, I think that's right.
Burbank, maybe somewhere
Yeah.
over.
Yep. There's the Snake River. So ironically, it goes up into Washington and then, I mean, I don't know if there's nothing ironic about it really. Well, okay, maybe we got robbed. Maybe Washington robbed us of some of our God-given territory. We should fight for Waitsburg and Dayton.
No, no,
We
no,
should start a
no,
whole revolutionary
no, no,
expeditionary
no. They're
force to go and take it
no, no,
over.
no. They're trying to do something totally different. They're trying to like it's this area out here. They're trying to call it Liberty.
Over that's now different than the state of Jefferson too. By the way, they're all well known, funded by the Russians. That's a literal thing, by the way. The Russians have been funding these fucking uh, um,
No way.
secessionist American groups for a fucking real.
Are
And
you
somehow they're
serious?
allowed to get away with it because, of course, we have
100%. You're
just.
being 100%
I'm
serious.
being serious. I'm being serious.
The Jefferson thing.
One of the leaders of the Jefferson movement, basically from Southern Oregon or Washington, he turns out he married basically a catfish chick from Russia, and they fucked off to Russia. And turns out he'd been getting paid by Russia for years and years and years. No, this is a real thing. This is I don't we're living in such a surreal time right now. Historians will have to be comedians as well because they will burst out laughing when they read about the
No,
shit
I
that we're
had no
going through.
idea because like I've been hearing this
Oh,
Jefferson.
it's
I've been hearing
beyond
about this
comprehension.
Jefferson thing. It feels like for at least 2 decades.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The state of Jefferson is like Southern Oregon, Northern California, and they want to pull out. I want to say they want to go over to Idaho or something. I can't remember exactly, but anyway,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Now the
then they
state
have
of
the
Liberty, but
Liberty.
the state of Jefferson was more like libertarians. I think the state of Liberty is far right weirdos because the north of Idaho, the Panhandle, oof, it gets fucking weird. Like up here is full on like Nazi compounds that like you don't want to get stuck up there. If you're black or
I
anything
don't know
else,
if
you don't want to get
that's.
stuck up in the panhandle of
I
Idaho,
don't
dude.
know if that's still the
You
case.
got a pretty mouth.
No,
Oh,
they've been cleaning that up for like 20 years
who's been
though.
cleaning it up? I don't think this country cleans up much of much. I don't think they've been cleaning much of much. I don't know, man.
Well, they're like the what was it? Was it the FBI or somebody came in there and shut that thing down? That Aryan Nations thing you're talking about?
I hope so. Fuck's sake, dude.
You sure
Yeah,
got a
I don't think
pretty
that's
mouth,
there.
boy.
I don't think that's there anymore, but I could be wrong. It could be under.
Real.
So the Lewis River, that's the kind of thing, 100% that would have had a bunch of low head dams all over the freaking place. Yeah. And anytime
Yeah,
there's like a paper mill or anything, they would
redneck
have
up there.
basically had it like, oh, it killed so many animals and just so pointless. So yeah, they ended up dynamiting a lot of those in the Pacific Northwest.
Well,
Literally
you
dynamiting them.
up that far, you probably have like you have a lot of big game.
You know what? I should actually Google what were low head dams for?
Yeah, I mean they weren't hydro, right? They weren't hydroelectric or nothing. They weren't like collecting.
Powering mills and factories,
Oh,
diverting
they
water
were
for
hydroelectric.
irrigation, and maintaining water supplies for communities. Yeah. And so, for example, all those rivers that I just showed you, absolute farm country, so they would have been diverting a lot of that water for irrigation. Definitely a lot of those areas actually have, well, they used to have paper mills, mills in general, because we used to make a lot of like the Pendleton woolen mills, actually in Eastern Oregon. That's where they used to, in Pendleton, Oregon, they used to make wool. Now they make the wool basically in the East Coast and they sew it together here. No, they still make the wool in the Eastern Oregon, I think, but then they send it to China to actually be assembled. I don't remember what the fuck the story is. Yeah, I think that's what it is. They still make the wool in Pendleton, but then they sell it's like mercantilism. It was basically like the reverse English Empire, honestly. They send the finished cloth to China to be processed to eventually be sold back here. It's really it's absolute madness, the
They do
capitalism.
this with apples, even with apples for apple juice. They
I've
send them
heard
raw
that too. They
apples.
send like fish to China to get processed and then come back. Jesus fucking Christ, this country. Ugh. Like, even though AI sucks, you know they're going to use it basically just to save every possible penny. They don't give a single fuck. Anyway. Oh, almost 9:20, ladies and gentlemen. I'm probably gonna have to
I
bounce here in a second. Good to see
take off in
Flora
a
though.
little
That's why
bit.
I've been hanging out. I'm like, God damn, it's been fun to see. Well, I actually have a joint here
Yeah, I'm
now.
gonna take off in a little bit too,
Right on.
but yeah, gonna
Yeah.
buy. I need to buy another computer. Um, my laptop's too ancient now, and I don't know. Desktop is just it's not good for this. I think I'm gonna buy a MacBook for this.
I hate to say it, but you better hurry the fuck up because evidently, and this is real, evidently, our president called Modi, the Prime Minister of India, and asked for his support for the Nobel Prize. And Modi said no, and then no habla español. He was like, "What the fuck?" Because by the
What?
way,
Nobel
Trump
Prize
had
for who?
apparently tried to. The story goes that Trump had apparently tried to ambush Modi with the. Now I'm forgetting the details. I think it was the Prime Minister of Pakistan, but that doesn't quite make sense. Anyway, he was trying to ambush him with somebody that India is in conflict with. I don't remember exactly who it was now in the White House, and evidently Modi's advisors like tipped him off and were like, "No, we don't want to get fucking in a room with our arch adversary." Anyway, Trump was apparently trying to set up a fucking meet cute or some shit. I don't even know honestly what was in his brain. And evidently Modi's pissed off about this now. And so anyway, Trump called him. He's apparently called him several times. And it was in the news the other day that Modi has refused his calls several times. So he's like, do not disturb or whatever. So anyway, Trump literally fucking called Modi and is like, dude, I want support for the fucking Nobel Prize. And Modi's like, I don't, who is this? Wrong number, wrong number. And so Trump slapped
Sounds
50
like
fucking percent or whatever it is, percent tariffs on India now. So I
sounds like
shit you
Comedy
not,
Central
basically
type
because
shit.
he's not getting the Nobel Prize.
Wait a
Because of
minute.
course, famously, and granted, they gave Obama the Nobel Prize for nothing. I mean, like anybody could possibly admit this. Like you could like Obama as much as you want. I happen to like Obama, but you know what? He didn't deserve the Nobel fucking Peace Prize. I have to be honest. It was ridiculous. They just basically handed it to him for not being Bush, right? Like, congratulations for not being Bush. Here's a Nobel Peace Prize. So I can understand that Trump is a little jealous, right? But of course, since Trump is a completely egotistical fucking weirdo, he can't let it go. So he has to have a Peace Prize, just like Obama did. So long story short, Apple
Warranty.
has been making a lot of their computers in India to avoid the tariffs. So hurry the fuck up because now it's China and India. I don't know if there's any countries left that Apple can make their computers in. I don't know, Argentina maybe. I don't know. Maybe they're going to switch production real quick or something, or just
Uh,
Germany.
like made in
it's not.
Germany.
Anti-penguins.
It's not like you can walk in the building and just take all the equipment for manufacturing and just go set up shop somewhere else tomorrow. It's like that's a very it's a super
Though people
complex.
have pointed out, Flora, people have pointed out that even if there was some miraculous way to bring back manufacturing to the US, which by the way I would be in favor of, I'm not somehow anti-manufacturing or something, but if you wanted to as a stated goal, because the US has not had this as a stated goal for a long time, they've deprioritized manufacturing for a long time, with the exception of high-tech manufacturing, stuff like that, military manufacturing. So if you wanted to, you would have to basically, a lot of the machine parts themselves come from Japan, China, and Germany, aka the European Union, all of which have been tariffed
Oh,
by our president. By the way, under emergency powers, tariffs are actually supposed to be a power of Congress. This is a lawsuit going on right now. He just lost in a U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. The appellate court basically said 7-4. I wish it was fucking 11, but whatever. 13-1 or 13-0. I wish they basically had said this is a fucking horse shit. So there's obviously a couple of loyalists on there. But anyway, it's going to the Supreme Court now, and it's going to be at least a couple of months before we find out if these fucking tariffs are legal or not. Jesus fucking Christ, I got these Indian meal moths all of a sudden. Fuck a duck. This is like the third one I've seen.
What is it?
Ah, these fucking moths, they come in sometimes on flour, but once you have them, you're fucked because they reproduce like you would not believe. So I'm gonna have to get some traps because they start off. Fuck man, I'm gonna have to get this one. They start off eating like the Indian meal. They come from India, I think they come from India, and they come in on like bags of rice and flour and stuff like that. But they'll eat
In your
fucking anything. They'll eat like
did you bring
thank you.
something
Come
in that
again.
did you
I
bring
hope
something
not.
in
No, I hope
the
not.
environment or
No,
did
they
it get in
must
your
have, I
hair
don't
or
know, they
something?
must have hatched. I don't know. Maybe they were already in the house or something because they'll hatch seasonally. And the thing that I learned years ago that I got traumatized by, uh, uh, um, years ago when we lived in an apartment. I can't even remember how we got them, but I think we had unopened like an open flower that was not like in a container, and it got basically infested with these moths, and we threw it away. But somehow we didn't realize the moths had like spread already, and we found them eating the cottage cheese on the ceiling. We found these like larval trails on the fucking I still to this day don't understand it because they were eating basically like gypsum essentially. But I don't know. I guess when they're starving, they'll eat anything. The fucking moth must have gone up to the ceiling and laid their fucking eggs, and then the larva hatched, and it must have been edible enough that the larvae literally were like moving through the cottage cheese ceiling, and then they hatched and became a moth or whatever the fuck. And there would be like this little um, silk, whatever the fuck from the moth. It was the grossest shit, dude, and we didn't know what we were doing. So like we were like I don't know. I guess we probably did eventually Google it, but I don't know. We didn't know what we were doing. We were like college kids and stuff. We're just like, what the fuck is going on with our ceiling? Literally, these fucking moths were eating our ceiling. It was disgusting. So
It
ever
is
since then, I'm so
disgusting.
traumatized by those fucking moths. So I don't know where the fuck this one came from. I'm
Well,
gonna get this moth. I'll be right back.
you probably have sprays that can kill those things.
Oh, they're hardy, believe it or
Bug,
not. They're
bug
tough.
bombs. Bug bomb your house.
They kill all those beneficials though.
Yeah. Scorched earth.
Yeah, the
Scorch.
worst part is they're fucking clever. So like now that fucker knows that I'm chasing it. Like it's just a fucking moth, but somehow they know that you're chasing it. Oh, it's so infuriating. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I try not to use pesticides and poison and stuff. Uh, um, I even try like it's a little bit annoying, honestly. I'm gonna have to deal with my driveway because I got all these fucking plants. I've never had to deal. Well, I guess I've never had a contract concrete driveway. Now that I'm thinking about it, I've never had a concrete driveway before. Anyway, I have all these freaking plants one after another. First it was grass, and now it's these little ground cover plants, whatever, just literally trying to come out of my fucking driveway. So
Yep.
either I'm just going to keep playing whack-a-mole until maybe I win, or I'm probably going to have to use some Roundup or something. Thankfully, the previous owner here had 15 fucking gallons of Roundup that I don't know what to do with. So I guess I have Roundup for days, but
Ooh,
I
you're
try
going.
not to
That's
use any of
like
that kind of stuff. Pardon?
Burn it.
that's like the nuclear option right there. That's like
100%, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's like a
What?
last resort.
And that's the thing. I try not to use any kind of agricultural poisons, either on my weed garden or really anything else, among other things, because I want to be able to walk on the grass and stuff with my feet. But also, I most of my life I've had dogs, so for a while I didn't have a dog, but now I have a dog again, and I'm glad that when I got here, because well, actually, I don't know, I guess I got him not too long after I got here, but for a couple 3 months or something, I was here, and I thought about spraying some of the fucking plants, the driveway and shit with because I have all this goddamn plant poison, right? Sounds like might as well use it. I don't know, but I'm really really glad that I didn't. Just as a policy, I never really use pesticides. So the worst thing that I'll use as like my nuclear option basically is pyrethrin, which, arguably is not even really I mean it's a pesticide, obviously it is a
Works well.
pesticide, but it's not one of the toxic fucking, I don't even know,
No, it works well though.
phosphates and stuff. It works pretty well.
But
And
what
you shouldn't
outside?
What
overuse
What
it and
about
about some
stuff.
like
And you should still be careful, even though it has no listed toxicity, you should still be careful around it. What's that?
what about like diatomaceous earth? Do you use that?
No, and basically my biggest reason is that I'm worried about silicosis actually, because the diatomaceous earth has small enough particles, and it is silica basically. Um, I forget, calcium silicate, whatever the fuck it's called. But it's old diatoms, right? It's fossilized diatom shells basically, or just diatom shells. But it's small enough that it can get your lungs and basically cause silicosis of the lungs, which is kind of a significant condition actually. A lot of times people are just like people who just get day labor jobs as drywallers and stuff. A lot of times would get silicosis after a few years.
Oh yeah.
People were talking about Burning Man this year. Super, super, super dusty. And people are like, oh, fuck, these people better be wearing masks because they're going to get like silicosis. Um, Basically, the particles they're so small they can get lodged in your alveoli and they can never come out, essentially. It's a little bit like asbestos. What is it? Mesothelioma. Asbestos particles are so small they can get stuck in your fucking lungs and they can't come back out. And then all they do is just continually cause more abrasions. Also, the other thing with diatomaceous earth is that as soon as it gets wet, all the diatoms just kind of flatten out, and the whole alleged reason for its deadliness against bugs is that it like rips them apart, basically, uh, stops being accurate because it just gets smooth. Oh, Flora just took off. Right on.
Huh. What
Cheers,
about
all that's green. Good to see you. What's that, D?
what about burning it? They have those torches, the propane torches.
For what?
Burning. Well, you can use it here in Canada for uh snow, but you can. They also use it. Also use it for like grass control,
I'm super
or I
lost. What are
mean
you burning?
weeds. Your weeds in your driveway. You can get like a torch, one of those
Oh,
propane
okay. I
torch.
got you. All right. I've seen people do that. I got you. Um, I don't know. Never tried that.
Yeah, I want one of
Right.
those here for melting snow, so I don't have to travel.
Uh, I've never tried that. I don't know. I guess I would have been. I'm probably overly paranoid, but my first thought was, oh, I don't want to crack the driveway if I'm hitting it with a torch. But to be honest, I'm probably thinking of the wrong torch. You're probably thinking of like a yellow flame torch. I'm thinking of like a blue flame torch, basically, or like a butane torch, for plumbing stuff like that. But honestly,
Yeah.
like a yellow flame torch, one of those. I know what you're talking about. I guess I've seen them now that I think about it. That probably work fine, actually. Um,
Um,
I wonder how much one of those would cost. Yeah. Never really thought
Believe
about
it
it.
or not, you can get them on Amazon. It's
Oh, I'm sure these things you can
funny.
just
I
find.
want. Well, I wanted
Whether or not
one.
it's decent quality is a different story because these days
Yeah.
everything on Amazon is just fucking XYZ Chinese brand. Well, maybe not anymore with the shipping changes now. Jesus fucking Christ. all the de minimis changes and stuff. Now everything under $800 was exempted basically, but now everything $800 and under is no longer exempted. And effectively, what the reason why all the countries have basically shut off the U.S. From package deliveries is because the U.S. is effectively asking all of these other countries and their private entities to act as tax enforcers, taxmen. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word I'm looking for. But basically, tax bureaus for the U.S. Tariff Association, which is absurd, honestly. Like, why would you expect Japan or something to start collecting taxes on your behalf? It's just it's ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous what's going
Yeah.
on right now. Um, and people just don't talk about it enough. Like the media companies are basically all owned by billionaires. So evidently, all the journalists that continue to ask tough questions have either been asked to leave or have essentially quit or whatever else, or just been put on other assignments. So now essentially nobody really asks Trump any really difficult questions or anything like that. Like nobody really talks about the tariffs or anything. We're just kind of accepting this weird shit. So whatever. I guess we're all just gonna have to pull our hair out one day at a
Huh.
time. Oh yeah, I've seen those. Okay, right on.
And you just hook it up to like a barbecue tank, propane tank.
I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they use
sounds
those
good.
to melt tar on roofs.
I
Yeah.
got you.
Like if you're putting a flat roof.
I got
I
you.
did
Yeah,
that
yeah, exactly.
when I was a kid part time.
I want one of those to
I
melt the
actually
snow
probably saw
here.
that in LA years ago because they tarred our roof before they put this weird membrane on it. Oh, it turned out to be a super scam job, actually. Jesus fucking Christ. Our HOA literally was embezzling from us or something. It was a really ludicrous situation. Anyway, yeah, they tarred it first and then they put this like kind of polyurethane fucking like shrink wrapped our roof basically. It turned out to be a really terrible job, but uh anyway, it was interesting to watch them. What a fucking scam.
Yeah. I used to like I like the smell when they do the industrial buildings, like the mall or whatever. That
God,
tar smell.
that's awful. God, I can't stand that.
I love that smell. Well, for a
Wait,
point.
which
Like I get
smell? What are
home,
you saying again?
the smell of like the tar when they tar
The
roofs.
hot tar.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that smell. Too
Well, it's
acrid, too
for not
sulfurous.
for a minute, but like I'm not gonna continue like sniffing it. But I was
Some
like,
people
oh,
like
there's
it,
that.
dude. Some people like all kinds of weird shit. I don't know.
I like the smell of gas too,
There was
but I'm
this
not gonna go and sniff it.
one particular aroma that was all over the place in Israel, and I couldn't figure it out at first. Uh, uh, and mind you, I've been to Israel a few times, and I've never tasted this before. I've never smelled it or whatever. But and mind you, since I've come back, I've actually smelled other people. Whatever, maybe I recognize it now. Everywhere I went, like soap would have it. They would be in food. Um, especially in like salads, but even sometimes meat would taste of this fucking aroma, like on and on and on. And I really didn't like it. And turns out it was a particular kind of cilantro. Mind you, I actually like cilantro because cilantro famously, there are some people that don't have the gene to taste cilantro or whatever. And so it'll taste like soap. I'm not one of those people. I actually like cilantro. But for some reason, this particular cilantro, it had this like fucking weird, sweet, whatever the shit flavor. It was just weird to me. Anyway, it's a particular kind of, I actually Googled it. I don't remember the name now, but it's an indigenous Middle Eastern cilantro that's from that area, basically from the Levant, essentially from what is now called Lebanon, Israel, Syria, that whole area, basically, right? And they put it in fucking everything. And since I came back, I would smell people, especially Middle Eastern people. I'd walk by somebody in Costco or something, and I wouldn't even notice at first, maybe, where they were from, because I'm looking at pots and pans or some shit at Costco, right? But I would smell this aroma and I would take a look, and sure enough, it'd be like a Middle Eastern person, right? And what am I trying to say? Anyway, by that point, I knew what the
Oh.
aroma was. It was this particular cilantro. But at first, I grew to actually like not like it so much, but just accept it basically because it was in
Uh-huh.
fucking everything. But yeah, at first, I really didn't like it. Anyway, but it's funny to think because it was obviously so popular in that area that they put it in everything, including salad. Because that's the weird thing, right? Like normally when you put stuff in soap or toothpaste or something, it's not the same things that you put in food, right? So a lot of times people, that's one of the reasons why sometimes people don't, when I say rose, a lot of times people don't like that because they'll have rose soaps and they're like, oh, I don't want to smoke soap or some shit, right? They don't have the right association or they don't have the same association I do, maybe. What am I trying to say? So it's always interesting to me when people will use the same aroma in soap and toothpaste and food and everything else. It seems very counterintuitive. Anyway, it's very much not like we do it, you know. But anyway, for example, that's one of the
Wait,
reasons why Europeans don't, well, this is a little bit different, but well, Europeans traditionally don't like root beer. And one of the reasons why, it's not really because they don't like the root flavors and stuff. It really has nothing to do with that. It's because a lot of toothpaste in Europe tastes like root beer. For some reason, the companies decided over here to do peppermint and fucking spearmint and whatever else mints, and over there they did primarily root beers and basically kind of root flavors. And so when they taste those flavors, they're like, just fucking gross, dude. I don't want to drink toothpaste. You know what I mean? Whereas, for example, mint sodas don't do very well here. Whereas mint sodas
ugh,
do great in Europe, right? Like in England, for example, they sell mint sodas all the time. But here, you couldn't sell a mint soda for $1 million fucking dollars because people would be like, dude,
no.
I don't want a carbonated toothpaste. Thank you very much. Right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Maybe some psychopath does want carbonated fucking toothpaste.
That's no bueno for me.
I wonder what the weirdest toothpaste flavors are. I wonder if there's a rotisserie chicken flavored toothpaste.
All right, you got my
There
interest
probably is
now.
now that I think about it. Like dog toothpastes are basically like savory and meaty so that the dog will, not get weirded out, right? So I'm like, yeah, I wonder. That'd be kind of funny, like luxury toothpastes for people. Today we have lobster toothpaste. Oh, and the whiting one, you know how the whiting toothpaste have the little chunks?
Yeah.
That could be caviar. You could have caviar and you'd have the little chunks in it basically to remind you of the caviar. All the screen is like, ew.
Now that we grossed everybody out.
French fry.
Poutine.
It just gets better and better.
Poutine flavored toothpaste.
Biscuits and gravy. Oh, it's just too easy. Lasagna. Here's my lasagna flavored toothpaste. Oh, shawarma. How about shawarma toothpaste?
There's some rotisserie chicken toothpaste for you.
Is it really?
Yes.
Um, what the fuck? Oh my God, what was the weirdest thing? Clam chowder. And it would even be better if the texture was appropriate. You sort it out,
French
it's like
onion
some fucking
soup.
chunks.
French
Uh,
onion soup
there you
toothpaste.
go. That's classic. Oh my fucking God. French onion soup toothpaste. Fuck.
Or bagels and lox or something.
Oh, that's classic. How about Wagyu beef? It's like straight from Tokyo, fucking Wagyu beef from the finest chef, from Chef Morimoto-san, Iron Chef toothpaste. It's made from pure Wagyu beef flavor.
Fire cuisine.
Oh my God, that would be disgusting. All is green. They make cinnamon toothpaste actually.
Yeah,
Cheers, by the way, all is green. Uh, Tom's
everybody
of Maine is still
PG.
okay. They got bought out by Colgate and stuff, but it's still okay. At least last time I tried. It's been a while since I've tried it, so I can't swear to that. But last time I tried it, they had cinnamon. Um, I used to. I don't buy it all the time, but I used to like cinnamon toothpaste actually. So I used to buy it somewhat often. Who else? Oh, I'm blanking on another name. There is definitely another company that makes cinnamon toothpaste, and it's actually all right.
Hmm.
But then again, I guess it's you're playing with fire because, like I said, if you brush your teeth every day, brush your teeth, a couple times a day, you might start conditioning yourself to hate cinnamon when you are not brushing your teeth. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. So,
I used to like the cinnamon toothpicks.
oh yeah,
They used to be good. Hot. It's hot.
the really good ones are the Australian ones, the like tea tree ones, and I had some tea tree ones that were or
Crikey.
eucalyptus, not tea tree. Tea tree is poisonous, I think. Eucalyptus with like cinnamon or some shit. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, they were really nice actually. Um, like instantly freshen your breath and stuff. Uh, actually, Australia, what are they called? Fisherman's Friends or something? They have these really cool mints that come in a ton of
Yeah,
different flavors too.
exactly. We can get them here.
Isn't that
You
right?
get
Yeah, Fisherman's Friend, I want to say.
yeah, you can get them in original and you can get them in extra strength.
And I think they have a
We
bunch of
have
different
them.
flavors though.
We have them here in Canada, eh?
Fisherman's Friend. All of a sudden I can't type.
Mm.
Candies. Well,
I
apparently
think
it
they're
has
actually
benefits. I wonder if they're like herbal candies. Guess it's been a while
yeah,
since I
aren't
bought
they
these. Oh,
anti-lodger
they have a really weird
lodger?
website. Why is their website so screwed up?
What about Altoids? Those are some weird shit.
I like Altoids.
They're British.
Yeah. Why is their website so fucked up? Like I'm looking at it, it's all blown up and I can't change it. I don't know. It's like it's formatted wrong.
I like the smell of eucalyptus all the screen.
Yeah, some people do. That's another one. Some people don't like it. Some people do.
It reminds me of White Rose when I used to work for White Rose.
They've got oh, here we go. Show all flavors. Again, their website is all fucked up. Oh, they're only showing like 4 flavors: original, extra strong, and then sugar-free cherry and sugar-free honey lemon. Oh, I could have sworn they were in a bunch of different flavors. Never
Yeah.
mind. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Right on Stony Creek. Stony Creek says fishermen friends are what Aussies carried in their cars for roadside drug tests. That's funny. Oh, another one? Another one?
What?
Another one?
Another what?
You
Nighttime?
sound like DJ Khaled. Another one.
Another one.
What was I gonna say?
I wonder if I won.
I don't think I've ever smelled ginseng perfume. I was just thinking about how different cultures have different perfumes, right? And I was just thinking to myself, like just the other day, I walked by somebody who was sort of visibly Asian, I guess, and sure enough, they were wearing like ginseng perfume. That's how I noticed it, basically. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? It's such an unusual aroma, basically, at least for me. It reminds me of like Chinese stores and stuff because I don't really smell it on a daily basis. But as soon as you walk into a Chinese store, you're gonna smell ginseng 100%, right? So anyway, and I think I shit you not, I think it was at Costco. I think I was at Costco the other day. I'm like half my fucking stories in life apparently are at Costco. So I'm walking down the aisle at Costco, and it was actually a dude walked by and smelled like ginseng. I looked, oh, sure enough, a Asian guy. Anyway, it got me wondering, have I ever in my life smelled anybody else with ginseng on them? I don't think I have. Uh, and I guess I have. I've known people who drink ginseng tea for sure, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone that like buys the ginseng perfumes and stuff. And those are super popular among Chinese people, not just Chinese too. I think Koreans as well,
Wait,
Japanese as well.
are you talking about ginseng?
Yeah, maybe I'm not pronouncing it right.
Okay, no, yeah, cause oh yeah. Okay, no, I know what you're talking about now. Sorry, you could be pronouncing.
Um,
I could be pronouncing it wrong. I
it's
don't
a
know.
root. And what's the other
Yeah,
one? Actually, around your neck of the woods, the ginkgo biloba tree. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called.
I
Um,
don't, never heard of it.
the am I thinking of the right fucking tree? They
So,
grow them in China and also in the Midwest. Go figure, because they grow really well in
Oh,
Ginkgo.
yeah.
Yep, ginkgo tree.
Huh.
Ginkgo biloba is a unique and ancient species of tree, often called a living fossil. It's the last surviving member of a group of plants that were once widespread, and is known for its fan-shaped leaves that turn a vibrant yellow in the fall. They're dioecious, just like cannabis plants, meaning that they have a separate male and female trees. Uh,
Oh,
they're incredibly old, with fossils dating back to 270 million years. Believe it or not, sharks are older than trees. That always amuses me when I think about it, that fucking sharks are older than trees. Not that sharks really probably paid attention to the trees being evolved, but they could have. Anyway, they say distinctive leaves, family of leaves. What else? Hardy and adaptable, very slow growth, especially when young. They're a popular ornamental plant, and their leaf extracts. Good thing that I looked this up because I couldn't remember if it was the leaves or the roots, like the ginseng, or ginseng, whatever. They extract the leaves for traditional medicine and as a dietary supplement. And the best ginseng, where is the best ginseng from? The best ginkgo biloba trees are thought to be native to China or in China. Why China is considered the origin of the best ginkgo. It's the native range, ancient trees, some over 1,000 years old, located in China. So you obviously wouldn't have 1,000-year-old trees in Wisconsin. What else? That's probably the main reasons why they're better. Anyway, but for some reason, the Midwest is spectacular for growing them. And so you find, what is it? Minnesota, I think, is the big one, actually, not Wisconsin, but Minnesota. There's a bunch of like ginkgo biloba farmers. Go fucking figure. How interesting, right? Joseph Anthony says, I think it keeps evil spirits away or something like that. I think they have a bunch of different things. It has like health benefits. Ginseng, a lot of the, especially Chinese men, oh God, Chinese women swear by it for one thing, and Chinese men swear by it for another. I vividly remember, so my mom was a violinist, violin teacher, and all that kind of stuff. And she had some private students, many private students, honestly, over the years. And many of them were Koreans, Chinese, etc. So we were exposed to, like, they would give her kimchi and stuff when I was a little kid. So none of my friends knew what fucking kimchi was, and I'm eating kimchi at my fucking lunch the next day. Like, what the fuck is that? Anyway, I vividly remember one of my mom's like Korean, no, one of the Chinese mothers. She was actually from Hong Kong, I want to say, and she talked my mom's fucking ear off for like 3 hours. We were trying to go home, and she would not shut the fuck up about ginseng. And I was like, I don't know, 8 years old or something, and oh my God, she just would not. She was a big believer in ginseng. So anyway, I
we
think
were
my mom ended up
actually.
buying some, but because my mom was weak-minded for that kind of stuff, she'd be like, okay, fine, I'll buy some. What's that, D?
Oh, I think Joseph Anthony was talking about burning sage.
Oh, right on. Gotcha.
That's what we
I
were
love
talking about.
sage
Yeah, yeah.
tea, by the way. Oh, fuck, I forgot. I was gonna plant sage here because it grows pretty well, and then I just never did. Uh, Beautiful flowers. People really underestimate how beautiful sage really is, and it grows quite quickly. And gosh, the first of all, for cooking, like people really underestimate. They're like, what would I use sage for? Beef. If you're a fan of beef or chicken or many other fucking meats, it's wonderful in rubs, marinades, you name it. It's actually great with salad and stuff like that. You know, you slice it thinly, but it's really great. Anyway, long story short, makes really, really good tea, especially if you get the Greek sage, basically, specifically Greek sage. Like, basically, it's from Greece.
I
Um,
rub it on your mom.
nice.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go bounce. Oh fuck, it's fucking late now, actually. All right, I'm gonna
Wah,
bounce.
wah.
Who wants to be the host? Or we can
Sure.
cut it, honestly. What do you guys
Sure.
want?
Let's cut it.
You want to cut it?
I got. Yeah.
All right, let's cut it.
I got stuff I gotta do.
Who wants to go first then? Oh, by the way, doctor, you didn't show off your garden, did you?
No, it was too
Too late.
dark.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Because I was like, because your camera was dark for a while, so I was hoping that you weren't showing off your garden and we just couldn't see it. So right on. We'll see it next time, no problem.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, doctor, you want to be the first? Go for it.
Oh yeah. Cheers everyone and have a good night and stay safe.
Yeah, man. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you.
Later, Doc. See you around. It's this thing.
Uh, cheers, Doc. Go for a couch flyer. Couch
All
flyer,
right.
sorry.
I'm going to say goodnight to you all, and thanks for having me. Uh, please be careful out there. Just don't do anything I wouldn't do. You know. All right. Good night now.
But we would have to check we would have to know, are you a skydiver? Do you skydive with or without parachutes? Are you
Well,
we'd have
yeah,
to know more about you.
I'm a little reckless, but
You
anyway,
see, you see.
before I go, the if you scroll way back in the chat, I put that link to the Dr. Bob Faust and the
Oh, that's
nutrient.
right. The hold on, I will have to scroll back here before I forget.
Yeah, it's way back there, but I did
That's what
put it
she
in
said.
there. You dirty old man. All
All right, that's my link, not yours. Where it at? Oh shit, I don't see it.
It's
Oh,
in
dang
there.
it.
It's back there.
D, did you see it?
No, I can't.
Way back.
The problem is you may not actually be able to post links because
No,
you might have a gray name.
it
I don't know
showed
why I
up
wouldn't
though.
see the comment though, because it would show up as a comment. It just
Yeah.
wouldn't be clickable.
Oh, yeah. What?
And you're
Maybe
not
it
shadow
wasn't
banned. You
clickable.
you showed up right at the beginning. Where the fuck is your fucking comment?
It's
Well,
there.
yeah, see, I can only scroll so far back. Thank you.
Maybe that's it.
Oh, that's it too. Yeah, I can't get to the. Yeah, I might have to watch the
Yeah,
rerun.
yeah.
I'll have to watch the rerun after the show because I think during the
But
rerun, I think on this channel the chat replays as well. I'm pretty sure it replays on the bigger channel. So I'll have to double check. Hopefully I don't forget. Someone remind me, Couch Flyer, somebody remind me because I would like to look that up. It sounds to me, again, in my opinion, it sounds like pseudoscience, but that's me saying it from here. So I'd like to know more about what they were doing and all that kind of stuff. And shit, if the results are clear, I am fine being wrong. So I'd love to hear more. Good to see you, Couch Flyer. Cheers. Thanks for hopping on, buddy.
all right. Take care now. Good
Yeah,
night.
cheers.
Later,
Go for it,
Coach.
D. Cheers, buddy. Bingus.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in for the Tuesday show. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thanks like always if you me for putting this together.
Welcome.
And we'll see you Tuesday. Keep
Cheers, D.
oh
Good to see you. Oh, go ahead.
oh sorry and like Coach Fly was saying too, don't stick your finger where you won't put your penis. Later everybody.
Seems like reasonable advice. Is this steam engine appropriate for my penis? If you wouldn't stick your finger in it, probably not. Ladies Oh my gosh. The funny thing is that if you knew enough men, you would know that that actually is a worthwhile warning to enough men to actually be worth posting in big fucking brown letters or whatever, big red letters. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for joining us. Good to see everybody. Good to see what's all that's great. She's saying very nice things about D. What's she saying here? She's saying we're very lucky to have D here. Awesome soul. They just rendezvoused the other day. Not for D to bang her mom or anything, although I'm sure that's probably why he was there. But for them to, that was awkwardly told. I was trying to joke, but that was awkwardly told. Anyway, they were obviously hanging out. I'm sure they had a good time because it seems like two cool people, or three cool people, or several cool people. I don't know who was all there, because probably Mrs. D was there as well. Good to see you, Bingus. I'm just going to start talking about other people so I get my foot out of my mouth. Cheers, Stony Creek. Good to see you, buddy. He says Hulkster has crashed. Hulk did actually crash, and he wasn't as good as the Iron Sheik anyway. Iron Sheiky baby. Joseph Anthony hanging with us. He says, have a good, I can't even speak English. Have a good Labor Day, ladies and gentlemen, he says. I should say that as well. Have a good Labor Day, at least folks in the US. Wait, is that international? No, that's our version of fucking May Day. That's our weird fucking thing where we're like, no, we're not socialist or communist. We can't allow that in this country. So I think it was Roosevelt that basically made a not 100% sure it was Roosevelt, but anyway, it was that era. Basically, they were like, let's throw a bone to the fucking working class, the lefties, and make them feel like they're not complete and total fucking slaves. So, yay, Labor Day was born. That's obviously true completely verbatim, because we would never exaggerate anything on this show. It's obviously completely and totally true. That's not true, folks. This show is basically for educational and entertainment purposes only. Honestly, most of it is nonsense. Shouldn't emulate anything we fucking said tonight or last night or any other night, basically at all. But we do wish you a happy Labor Day weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a good time. Hope you guys have some good barbecues. One of my neighbors was having a fun sounding barbecue. My dog was out there like, "What's going on, man? What's going on?" He could hear all the kids playing and stuff. He's like, I want to go over there, man." I felt bad. I was like, "Oh shit, dog. He would have so much fun." But they were clearly having a good time. Hopefully, you guys roast some interesting. Well, you don't have to roast meat. You could fucking roast an eggplant for all I care. But hopefully, you barbecue something. Maybe I'll barbecue something. I don't know. Maybe I should get some pork shoulder or something and fucking barbecue it. Problem with I hate it. I actually hate it. Every time I barbecue a rack of ribs lately or a whole pork shoulder or something, like by the time I'm done and stuff, I've kind of lost interest. And then I'll have this like, or I'll eat a couple of ribs or whatever, and then I'm just like, all right, now what with my fucking rack of ribs? And then it just kind of sits there in the fridge for a while, and I don't know what to do with them. Then I start to give pieces of it to my dog because I just don't know, obviously without the bones, because I don't know, I just get sick of it. I'm tired of it. I don't know. So every time I've done that lately, oh, so I haven't smoked anything for I don't know, a couple 3 weeks now because I'm just like it's just gonna happen again. I'm just gonna smoke another pork shoulder, then just like eat fucking 1/5 of it, and then give the rest to this freaking dog, who's probably going to be the best fed dog on the West Coast or something. Well, actually, that's not true. Some fucking billionaire's dog probably eats sushi every day. Short of that, just non-billionaire's dog. Ladies and gerbils, thanks very much for joining us. Who else? Dr. Leave You Alone. Good to see you. Who have I forgotten to shout out? Got you, Joseph Anthony. Got you. Red Setter Farm. He's been hanging all evening. He might be off for the evening, but if he's still hanging, good to see you, buddy. Who else hanging with us? I always miss somebody, so I'm just trying to scroll through here. I'm like, man, alive. All right, Bud Kilowatt's probably still hanging, probably working in the garden. Whoever I didn't catch, ladies and gentlemen, we'll just consider you lurkers for the evening. We'll try to shout you out next time. Thanks very much for hanging, folks. Make sure, oh, by the way, make sure to use the coupon code Giddy Up over at my website, ladies and gentlemen, which exists somewhere. I can't tell you where it is, otherwise I'll get reported. It's not illegal for me to tell you. That's not why. It's not like I'm doing anything shady. It's just because some obsessive, weird fucking people will continually report my channel any chance they get, and they probably are still watching. They probably just haven't had anything to report me for the last 2, 3 weeks. But they've been watching for like 3 years, so oh my fucking god, it's madness. Like who could ever possibly be obsessed? You ask yourself like, who the fuck would ever be obsessed with me? It's like how the fuck? How in the fuck? I don't know. Whatever. So ladies and gentlemen, make sure to use the coupon code Giddy Up somewhere online. Target, donut shop around the corner. I don't know, somewhere. And then if you can guess right at my website, because actually that coupon code would work at my website, you get 40% off. Try Sour Morgana, ladies and gentlemen. Best deal you could possibly get on Sour Morgana. And of course, obviously, I've moved them away from here. Try the uh, sillily named toilet brush, the TOBPR, what else? The Devil's Breakfast, that Tangy Highland Thai Kerala, the dog treat, the peanut butter breath, Highland Thai Kerala. Try those, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, by the way, those cookies crosses that are, by the way, I'm told, so sinful for me having crossed that Highland Thai Kerala. Lunacy, the way those people think. Folks, best deal available on those seeds. Obviously, we're talking about cucumber seeds, eggplant seeds, and tomato seeds all in one, ladies and gentlemen. It's a super package. That's what it is. Your mom likes a super package. Other than that, folks, thanks very much for hanging. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Like I said, we'll catch each other on Tuesday. I'm hoping to slowly, with the holiday weekend, I realize now I probably should shut the fuck up because I'm not going to get anything done this week. I'm hoping to finally get back into the rhythm of the show and not just have loosey-goosey crap. Like I said before, I'm going to try to do a bunch of other stuff, some of which I'm not even going to tell you fucking people about, because that's the only way that I'll avoid the trolls. But other than that, I am going to try to do some different stuff on my channels that you guys do know about, because I'm tired of just banging my head against the fucking wall. We'll see. Maybe this week, but for sure coming up, ladies and gentlemen. At least, hopefully. Wish me luck, right? Thanks, folks, for hanging. All that's green. You should. I couldn't twerk for the life of me, even if I wanted to. Why not? That sounds like where there's a will, there's a way. I've seen grown. I, I may honestly regret that. I kind of wish I had not seen this, to be perfectly honest. But I've seen grown men twerk and do a good job at it. It was a little traumatizing. You can tell. Like it was a little rough, but I think probably anybody can. So where there's a will, there's I don't know. I don't know. All the screen. I wish you well in your twerking journey. Fucking Red Center Farm is gonna post a video on YouTube of himself twerking or some shit. J5, no, J5 will be first. J5 will be all there. Oots. I don't even know what music that is. You got to get some good twerking music. It's got to have a hell of a bass line. I don't know. Got to get right down there on the ground there. You can do it. You can do it. I bet you could. All that screen. I bet you could. Joseph Anthony. I bet you could too. D Zombie for sure could twerk. There's no question in my mind. Who else here? J5. He could work it. That's how much he could twerk it. Uh, who else? Bingus. I bet Bingus could do it. I bet he could. I bet he could. I bet, like I say, where there's a will, there's a way. J5 says popping and locking. He's already got he's got a style to it. That's how good he is at it. He's got a recognized style, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Before we get too absurd, my friends, did I say it earlier? If I didn't, I'll just say it again. Be kind, be decent, be gentle, don't be fucking pricks, dicks, or lunatics, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to puff something wonderful. Obviously, we're talking about marshmallows. And until we meet again, my friends, hopefully on Tuesday, catch you guys later. Smell you later, I should have said. Have a good barbecue. Have a good whatever. Have a good, if you're Canadians and you don't celebrate Labor Day, have a good Canadian weekend or whatever the shit you guys do up in Canada, Canadistan, or whatever the fuck. Say hello to a goose or something. I don't know. The goose will probably flip you off on the way. Goose are really mean. People don't realize that they're actually kind of mean. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thinking of